stupid.
I think it's Alt. It's Alt and like F4, I think.
Just going in. It's deep. So what's going to happen here is Derek is going to undock the Titan and bridge us.
No, I see it too.
Okay.
Okay,
I can't hear
sounds
now, but I'm
there,
not
sounds
listening,
there
so.
now. Yep, that
Oh,
sound,
there we go.
sound is there.
So I'll start again. Thank you, Rayo. 45 months. That's fucking fantastic.
I feel like he's trolling me.
You can now hear our dulcet tones.
I'll join you, Rayo. There you go. 45 months.
Hey,
Boom.
Timbre.
Boom is right. Hey, Tamber, how are you doing?
We just need to hire an engineer.
Look, we need to
I
force
think somebody
Manic
just
into
needs to
it.
figure
We
out how
know
to
he's a
do
great
it.
producer.
Yeah.
And if he doesn't feel like coming on, he could still be a team player. He'll just be the man behind the camera and the soundboard and all the fun things that he knows how to do. And sometimes he'll just come on the screen and have a great time with us. I don't know. It sounds like
I
a
can be
winning
Drayden. I'm not as cool as he is or smart as, but I can do it.
Okay.
Now I'm halfway off the screen.
What's my motivation?
Drinking, and zombies or witches. What do they have down there? Witches.
And
That's
Am
your
I
hobo
dealing with
here.
any like
Ugh.
traumas or like special abilities, disabilities, any things to frame my?
And there are lizards within a few miles of you that could eat you.
What is my motivation? You live in a swamp and you drink a lot.
I'm gonna be in my trailer. I can't deal with these circumstances.
Hey, Z-Drone. Drayden's
Fuck
late,
yeah.
so Mr. LB is trying to get it all figured out, and he's doing a great job.
We're piecing this bitch together.
I
mean, we should have done this beforehand, but whatever. Yeah.
This diesel engine apparently is the analogy we're going with. This thing is gonna purr in no time.
You are you.
Are you?
That's excellent.
Prove
I
it.
am
Prove
me
it.
and you are we and something together.
Prove it, LB.
I don't know the words. I think this one was a Beatles one.
Just got to warm up a tad. That's right. Yeah. CCP Alpha. Is this a sober stream? Well, it's no and yes. I'm not, but the other three might be.
I just started drinking, but I have been smoking, and I don't know if you consider that. I know that's not technically sober if you've been smoking, I guess.
But we are having technical difficulties because well, most of us are stupid. So
I don't think about that as not being sober, but I'm a pretty regular.
I agree. You know,
Partaker,
Ackroth, I kind
so-
of feel the same way. Yeah.
Yeah.
When I say sober or drunk, it's drunk, right? It's not high. It's either sober. or
Right,
drunk.
exactly. Yeah. In my mind, it's a drinking connotation.
Hey, Drayden.
Now, if I was doing other drugs, maybe I might interpret it the same way because I'd be like, yeah, I'm impaired.
I mean, yeah, for me,
impaired, that's
actually,
fine,
I
yeah.
would say that, yeah, I look at it as, if I'm high, I'm not sober.
Right,
We-
and that technically that is 100% correct. It's just like
CCP
how my
Alpha, we
brain
forced him to
processes.
come here, so he
Yeah.
didn't really have a choice.
Dude, throw us some wingdings on this bitch. Let's get this
Cares,
off on a
right?
good
use,
foot.
Use blibbity blop. I like that one.
Hippity pop.
And
Blibbity
we'll
blop.
let people who may happen to stumble into the show for the first time tonight just be
Holy
like,
shit,
what the fuck is
Dominar
this?
dominates the screen. Roar.
Finish him.
We will start here shortly, but I don't know how shortly. All right, let's well, we got Drayden just
I mean, while he's
piped
doing
up
that,
in the chat, so is he
we could-
coming?
we can start our rotation.
Yeah, Ackroth, what are you drinking tonight?
You know what I'm drinking. Don't you
I
ask
do.
me that
Is it
question.
delicious?
It's fine. Okay.
The format, goddammit. So little Red's apple ale, right? Not ale.
That's right.
Cider.
It's something.
What's
It's a
it called?
beer. It's called Red's Wicked Apple. It doesn't have any
Doesn't have a designating.
exactly because I think it's
style
a
alpha,
malt beer. That's my suspicion.
You are correct.
But it doesn't have didn't tell me all the shit that's in it like things used to. So I don't know.
Well, hopefully there's not shit.
I don't think it's a real cider though.
Probably not. I am,
It's a
of course,
flavored
drinking Captain Morgan and Pepsi tonight. Still recovering from my fucking flu epidemic or whatever the fuck it was last weekend. So
Goodness.
I might not be here all night. My chest still hurts. LB,
Take some
are you
more.
drinking? You probably want to drink after this. Darwin.
Oof.
What do you have because you're sick? You drinking what? Scotch. Okay. It is Ackroth. Jesus, thank you.
The train was getting
For
low.
me,
Oh, it's still at the
tonight-
same time. It doesn't give me
Oh,
new time.
fuck. It's invisible.
Oh,
I am
and maybe when
drinking-
it ticks over.
100%,
Tonight, I am
baby.
drinking vodka cranberry juice.
Oh, somebody said they couldn't hear you.
Me?
Just LB.
Oh fuck.
You are kind of quiet to me a little bit.
I'm gonna turn on the stream and so
If I turn the mic on, does that work?
Maybe. Can you hear LB now?
What if we get our shit together, everyone? What if we get our shit together?
I can hear LB.
I think
Sure,
we're all
the
good.
fucking
Hey,
Discord.
it's a timbre.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah, you cheating. You cheating. All right. So if you didn't hear LB, Coors and Scotch.
Yeah. Yep. And I'm sick.
Skyhawk, what do you got tonight, baby?
I'm drinking vodka cranberry juice.
Woo.
What, you got your period?
That's a classic. I like that one.
There we go.
It's not for periods, Dom.
I
It's
like
for
vodka cranberry
urinary
juice,
tract
yeah.
infections.
Oh shit! I didn't even hear you said that.
That's one of the greatest lines in that movie. What, you got your period? Awesome. Tamber, you enjoying a drink with us tonight, or is it too late for you?
I'm drinking a cold oat milk mochaccino from last night. It's almost.
Yeah, I was gonna say
alcohol.
it's like earlier in the day for you, yeah. Like the next day, tomorrow day.
Yeah, it's 3:00 in the afternoon on
What's an
Saturday.
okachina?
Mochaccino?
Mochaccino. Okay, coffee.
Oh, the
drink.
chocolate one. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you put a little Bailey's Irish cream in
Baileys.
it?
No, but it's a bit chunky. The oat milk's coagulated a little bit, so it's not going down very
Probably
smooth.
not a good thing to drink now, though.
That doesn't sound
It's
great.
more you're eating it than you're drinking it.
You're kind of chewing it.
Instead of chewing it. Gross.
You design any new skins with holograms flying off of them?
No.
Oh, okay.
I still gotta get you that.
Keep us
stuff
in the
from you.
loop when you catch that inspiration.
Excellent.
I haven't used any of those yet because I'm a scrub who doesn't try out new ships often enough. But
So a bunch of
I've
people
got
didn't
'em.
show up tonight.
There's some fancy Ark Combined skins out for Dreads at the moment that look pretty badass.
Realer. Did they include the navies? Do you know? Let me just look in game.
Alpha probably knows actually.
Wait,
Are they probably in the New Eden store, or do you think it's like a pack on the?
Nah,
webs?
you can't get them yet. They're just showing up in the market. But I do see that the effects are showing on other hulls, and people are very happy about it.
When you say
Okay.
showing up on the market, they're just on the list, but you can't buy them, correct?
You
Is
mean
that
like
what
a
you mean?
hobo
Correct.
league kind of
Yeah,
thing?
right.
Oh, okay. So
is the ambulance one? Is that one of them? Where the effects are
Yes,
showing
the
up?
ambulance.
Yeah.
Yes,
There was
that
Oh,
looks
there's an
really
ambulance one?
good. Yeah, the ambulance one's got the red and blue lights on it. Looks dope.
Very cool.
I am a fan of the
Alright.
flashy lights. I got all the police skins.
Waka Waka Cheeto.
that was the one
Alright,
from
so-
the bushfires, right?
Alpha, he's talking about the new
Correct.
skins that are coming out or soon.
They
Maybe
made
we'll-
some like medic skins or something early on in the Twitch drop campaign, if I'm not mistaken. Is that the same line or is that something different?
I think there's a rural service and another one. There's two of them, I think.
Ah, I didn't know you could go rural in Eve. Where you think that is, like Omist? I thought that was funny. Never mind.
rural Eve.
I didn't even hear what you
I
said.
was just like,
but
where's
yeah.
some bumfuck place, Omist?
Yeah, that's right.
That's
Yeah.
You got to go to Omist to get them.
That's where rural is, maybe in Eve.
Twitch drops I did. Oh,
I'll leave the comedy to the professionals. I apologize.
you are a professional. No?
We don't have any
I'm not.
professionals here.
You're an incredible
That's
slouch.
right. Manic's not here. No pros.
I pro. They said if you're a pro, you can't come on this tour.
We were trying to make the Olympics. No professional. here.
Guy's a
Gotta
fucking
stay amateur.
ringer.
Excellent. So we've gone through the list because there's only like 5 of us here, right?
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
So anything
Short crew.
happening in Eve?
Did
So
Ellie
there's-
tell us what he drank?
I did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
No one heard him, but he told us.
Short crew and a lot of official Eve news. Today there was an announcement that they're selling expert systems and cerebral accelerators in the NES store now. So I'll link.
Oh, okay. Cool.
I saw that and I expected it to be a beat because that's normally what I see on Friday mornings, like in my time or whatever.
Yeah.
And then it was that, and I was like, oh. I was like, I mean, I'm still gonna look at it, but I thought it was gonna be a beat. That's all.
I
they
like
not
the
do those
NES
every week?
stores, I don't know.
I just hope they go back at some point to doing more regular Pulse videos. I really like those, and
Yeah,
we
those are
haven't had
decent.
one. Like they've
Is that the one with the
noticeably
guy who
slowed
does the
down.
holograms and shit on his hand?
Yeah,
Yeah, those are always good.
felt like they were coming out with them pretty consistently for a while, and then
It kind of ebbs and flows,
Yeah.
doesn't it?
it does. Yeah,
Like
And,
maybe
like-
they like write down ideas and then they like get writer's block for a while and then they like get some new inspiration.
I mean, I honestly almost wonder if because all of the motion capture for it is done by one CCPer, and I cannot for the life of me remember his name.
Alpha or Darwin might know.
They
Oh, do
might-
those guys work for CCP?
Oh yeah, like so all the dancers in the back would be that same CCPer over and over again.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do they wear one of those little suits with like the
so
little
I-
dots all over it? You know what I'm talking about? The little ping
Yeah.
pong balls or whatever?
Yeah, he does. He literally does it
Those
at
are sick.
home. I almost wonder if he just like gets burnt out on it.
Oh, maybe. I don't know. Years ago, there was some video for a game
I'm
called
not
like
sure, Darwin, what he's talking about. Sorry, I missed it.
So one of the yeah, that's right. It's CCP Loki, and yeah, Darwin. What I was told is that he does the motion capture for like any of the characters that get rendered in the Pulse videos, and the rendering is done using Unreal Engine. I remember that. Can't remember who told me about
Loki,
that.
Alpha Sins, Loki.
Yeah.
Did you already say that?
I think yeah.
God damn it.
That's okay.
No, it's not. I'm fucking it all up. Trying to buy my
You're-
accelerator in the.
You're
NES
building it
store.
even stronger than it was before.
All right. So do you want to talk about these things? Have you guys ever used an expert system?
The freebie ones that they give out.
Right.
I have not.
I think
Never
it's
used
usually
one.
stuff that I already had, but I hid it because I wanted out of my little redeem queue. And then it's like, yay, you can do all these things. You know, fly all the extra frigates and stuff.
Right. I've never
So I
used.
think I usually have them, but it's like it dings at you and stuff if I recall.
I'm thinking if I
Makes
had
me
a
excited
new
about it.
character, I would use them, right? Because they are very beneficial, aren't they?
I think they can be. Like, so I think if I'm to break down what I think they are, it's a little sample of this is what you train towards, right? Like
Yeah.
the things that you're like, oh, you know, you may be potentially a new player and you're like, it's going to be a week or a month or whatever. And then it's like, hey, we'll just drop them on you for like a weekend or however long, you know, they can last. And then you're like, oh, okay, cool. Like if I have, you know, limited play time, or if I just want to see if I actually want to like commit to the game or whatever, like I can lease a better license or whatever.
Yeah.
So I think that second part is more the intent, right? So if you're a new player and you don't know what you want to do or what you should be doing, you can buy an expert system that will get you decent skills in something that you might be interested in
For a
Like-
short period of time, correct?
for a short period of time. Yeah. So like
I think
exploration
it works
or
like a drug, right?
or like faction warfare or stuff like that. So you buy an expert system, you inject it. It gives you a certain set of skills for you to do that certain activity for a certain amount of time, and then once that time expires, then your skills go away. And then the expert boost or the boost accelerators are meant to, like, once you figure out what you want to do, these will get you to that spot faster.
They boost your attributes, which makes you train faster. So,
Yeah.
And you have a choice in the market anywhere from +2 to +12. I think is the best one.
Yeah.
Is there an ISK price? Like, is it an item that people can get out of their packs and then they sell them?
So you,
No.
you buy them in the
Direct
NES store, and it's direct injectable.
Yep. Yeah.
So it's immediately redeemed upon redemption. So
ranges from 5 plex for the +2
yeah.
to 180 plex for the +12, which isn't that much really. Yeah.
And this is the same thing?
These are the accelerators. Yeah.
Oh, okay. This is a cerebral accelerator, not
Correct.
the
Yeah.
expert system. Sorry.
Now the
I
expert
was like, hey,
systems.
does it come with bonus like attributes too?
That's just the So the expert systems they have on the NES.
Oh.
We got a faction warfare.
And Mr.
Holo-
Unlucky with the raid?
Oh yeah. Hey.
Of course, I have the
Mining
fucking
barge,
thing set up all
Space
wrong.
exploration. Enforcer.
It's like
and
half
force
cut
ship.
off.
Yeah.
So yeah. I mean, obviously, if you're a high skill point player, you probably not. Those aren't going to be really much good for you. But if you're like a medium, yeah, I want to see what faction
So-
warfare is like. Bam. Yeah.
I think so. Are you talking about the expert systems?
The expert systems. Yeah.
Okay, yes. Yeah, I
Right.
think after being a newish player or a newish account, let's say, or whatever slot. Yeah, I don't think they have a lot of use for you later in the game because, like I said, it was inevitably the freebie ones that they've given out. And I think they've done it maybe 2 to 5 times. I don't know.
Expert systems. Yeah.
You inevitably have it all, right? Because it's like, hey, now you can fly all the frigates for like a day or 2.
Yeah.
Or all the Galente frigates, let's say, or something. And it's like, oh, cool. Like if I was new, like, that'd be real cool. Or maybe like cruisers or something. I don't really remember what the classes were. But
So
it was like, it still dings and like, hey, but like I didn't need any of it. But like I said, those are very much geared towards new players, I think.
yeah. So there's a mining barge one. There's a core ship operations one. Space exploration, hauler operations,
yeah.
enforcer operations, and faction warfare expert system. The faction warfare expert system is 150 plex, and the mining barge operations one is 15 plex. So if let's say your group is going to go out and do a mining op as a group, and you don't fucking mine, you could spend 15 plex and get this mining barge operations expert system and go out mining with your crew.
That's kind of cool. I never even thought about it that way.
It
I've known
lasts
some
for
people over
7
the
days.
years that are like, I can't do that. I have no skills. And it's like, you can't even just like
yeah.
nothing. And they're like, no.
Yeah.
Because like it was a staunch point for them to never train, barge or something. And I was like, oh man, come on.
Yeah.
We're just doing this for a minute.
Right.
Cool. So we've got that.
Yeah. And I said they last for 7 days. It says so.
That's pretty good.
That's more than the 3. I mean, that's not
Those
bad.
cerebrals is where it's at, though. I don't know how often you guys dick around with those cerebral.
Oh, I just bought
accelerators,
one.
but
Yeah,
they're
because they
great.
kick ass.
Oh, for the last few years, like I've been chewing on one every 48 hours on my main.
Yeah.
I just like try to stack up during some of the holiday events and stuff, like get a big stack. But those ones are usually on, they have an expiry.
Yeah, I keep them constantly running on my main on top of keeping a training head in.
I'm
Yeah,
not.
I try
that
to
good.
also, yeah.
I'm only
I've
able to
missed
get
a
them.
lot of SP over the years.
I pick them up from events usually, and then I use them from the events.
Yeah.
I whenever
love 'em.
we well, I know we didn't really get it this past year, but when we were getting the this year in Eve videos, I like trying to. My goal was to get in the top 1% on my main for SP earned over the year. So
Oh,
I would
right.
just try to min max it.
feel like that would be a tough one now with the sprinkles of SP like throughout various activities.
It's yeah.
Like
that'd
if
be-
you're not being very active, like if you're doing like login daily, whatever, keep making sure you're in +5,
Well,
et
then you
cetera,
can
et
buy
cetera.
the points on the NES market and
I don't know if that would count in the same metric, right? Like how much
Still,
SP you
it's
train.
still
Maybe.
SP. Well, you have
guess.
to activate it.
Well,
You're
yeah,
right. You're
they-
right. Yeah,
they-
you'd have to activate it. You're good point. Yep.
I don't know.
Talking about the end of year information, just while Alpha's here, my most expensive item for the year was my own skin.
That's awesome. What did you pay for your own skin?
I can't remember, but there was heaps.
They didn't give you a pile of them.
Yeah, no doubt. What the hell?
There was a game I played, the first MMORPG I ever played when I was like 14, 15 or something, was a game called Motor City Online. EA put it out. It was a car racing game, but it was an MMO. So it had like, you had levels and things, and you collected like almost like different characters, whatever. You collected cars and you tweak them, kind of Gran Turismo, change out their parts, win better parts in races, stuff like that. But you also played against other people. And so you'd race against other people in various styles, ovals, road tracks, drag races, whatever. And it was all classic cars and stuff. So it was really neat. Over time, people figured out how to make skins for the game. Only they were only client side. You would put them in a folder or in a file somewhere, back in fucking 2002 or something. And it looked like a wrap almost. Like it was like if you flattened the car with every panel, off to the side or whatever, if y'all can imagine what that looks like. Anyway, so they would, there became a sub community around like designing these really cool skins, but it was only ever great for screenshots or your own enjoyment. And eventually the developers picked up on it and they were like, oh, that's really cool. We're going to lean into these, and we'll make like contests or something, and people could submit them and vote or, whatever, and they had criterion thing, almost like the Alliance logo, you can't hide a bunch of dicks all over your skin or something. But it became really cool. But anyway, long story short, the person who would release it, I can't remember if they gave you like a taste, like as far as like a residual. I don't think it was quite so fun as that. I think it was mainly like they gave you a handful of them or something when they released, and then the rest they like put them on the market or whatever, like, so you had like immediately just money in the bank ish, because your skin was gonna have, all the ones that won were gonna have some level of demand and stuff. But
That's cool.
I say all that to be impressed that Tamper wasn't given like a stack of his skins to like hand out at the launch party, and be like, hey, check out my skin.
Well, and the
Keep
game
that,
you're
buddy.
talking about,
Take that with you.
that's Motor City
Yeah,
Online, isn't it?
Motor City Online, yes.
I never got to play it, but I remember coming across it after the servers had been turned off and being like, oh, I had to play the
Yeah.
fuck out of that.
And it's EA, and they'll probably never release the source, so people could do like free shards and shit like that. Like people were
How
asking
you
for
doing
years
tonight,
and years.
boys?
Hey, Mace.
Mace.
Well,
Hey, mate.
hey, Mace.
Howdy, howdy.
Most
talking
games that
about
do that though,
skins.
they don't release the source, do they? I mean, I know DayZ did, but that's
Some
kind of that's
some
not very common,
MMOs
is it?
have free shards and things all these years later that
Yeah,
have like they came and went because people had either knew how to or got access to enough of their code or whatever to be able to do it on their own hosted servers and stuff. For whatever reason, some games, I guess that's not a possibility, or they can't.
They
I
just
don't,
choose
I don't
not
know
to,
enough
whatever,
about the
yeah,
back
yeah.
end of that stuff because I'm not tech-minded enough.
That's interesting.
Do we have the power to do raffles, LB? I've got some skins if we want to give them away.
Buddy, don't overwhelm me with fucking weird shit like raffles. I don't know what I'm.
He said, "I'm going to need everybody to call
Don't
out a
you do
number.
that
I'm
on
going
your
to pull one
stream?
out of a
Come on,
hat.
you're
Just
not
do it in
doing
chat."
I got one to give. I got shit to give away too.
Not tonight. Wait.
LB,
Jeez, that's
you are
ridiculous.
the streaming savant, though.
See, but I do
When
it
he's on his own
like
stream, he's
on
got
my
all
own
shit set
time.
If
up.
Drayden shows up, we might be able to do that, Timber.
He's out of his element.
I was about to say, where is our fearless leader for tonight?
He was
He had-
working overtime.
Making water
Yeah.
good for people, probably. I don't
That's
know.
right. He was making sure the water was there.
He's making.
If Drayden
he-
doesn't
he's
show up,
making
people
drinking
don't
money.
have water.
He's making drinking money for New Orleans.
Yeah, that's pretty much
I'm
it.
excited for New Orleans, nice. Never been
So,
there
yeah,
Nah, he's
before.
gonna burn all
I was
his
about to say,
tax return on
Skyhawk, are you ready to hang out again with me?
Oh yeah, I'm more than ready. I'm gonna be driving down too, so it's gonna be a fun.
Oh
ride for
yeah,
me.
yeah. I'm going to be driving down also, but I don't live as far as you.
Yeah, I got going there. I'm going through. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 states.
What'd you figure out for you? Is it like 16, 17 hours?
16 hours basically one way. 1,077
awesome.
miles.
It's awesome.
It's about 14 for me. So
Yeah, it's only 7 for me. Of course, that's only two states.
I'm basically gonna leave at like 3 a.m. Wednesday morning Eastern time, so 2 a.m. Central. I'll probably roll into New Orleans around 8 p.m. depending on how
And
long
then
I take
crash
on
and go to
stops.
bed.
Basically. Yeah.
I won't be
Basically.
in. I won't be in until Friday, probably around noonish.
Okay. And I'm just gonna ditch my car at Delana's place and head to my hotel.
and what we're
Yep.
talking about is Eve New Orleans, which is going to be
Yes.
happening in about a month,
Little over a month.
a
Yeah.
little over a month, not a month and a week, right?
Basically.
Yeah.
That is happening in the beautiful, smelly city of New Orleans.
That's right.
So Skyhawk,
Mhm.
you have 2 goals for the weekend.
Oh.
Don't get so messed up that I have to carry you to an Uber.
You know, I never gotten that fucked up. I may not always remember how I got home, but I've never gotten to that point before.
And don't lose your wallet and or cell phone, Drayden.
Oh,
He's not here.
He can hear you
No,
though.
he's in chat. He's in
Chat,
chat.
yeah.
Oh
He can
yeah,
hear
he
you.
is now. Isn't
He'll
he?
get about 20 minutes before he'll get here, and he can give away some shit.
Cool.
Right on.
Delby doesn't want to do it.
I don't know how.
Oh, you
I
did
told
too.
you. Tell him to say numbers in chat. Pull one out.
I know how to do it on mine, but I would have to log into Stream Elements using this Twitch account, and I don't know how to do
We'll
that.
probably
There's
just disconnect
2FA involved. There's all kinds of fucking. My computer would crash.
Shit starts on fire.
Dogs and
Fall down
cats
holes,
living
holes,
together. Mass
That's
hysteria.
okay. We tried. Yeah.
I
But did you guys talk about the
think you can do
first
hard
strike
things.
crap last week? I wasn't here.
We did
Which
talk
one's that?
about that stuff. Yeah,
Did ya?
the Vanguard stuff.
Yeah. Did
Oh.
you? Is anybody on that list get killed by anybody on that list?
Oh, yeah.
I
We
looked
have
at it,
my
it was like,
heretical
there's like
coffee
5
before.
different people I saw. That fucker killed me. That fucker killed me. That fucker killed me.
Heretical Coffee, I remember from like our second or third playtest. I think it was the second one. Maybe like we got hazed by him a lot.
I didn't even. He
And
wiped
he's
our
come and
entire
hung
party,
out
didn't he?
in the chat. I think he probably has. Yeah. He was on the leaderboards a few times from what I recall.
Yeah, Mrs. LB, it's not good. He's yelling at us, and it's ridiculous.
I'm doing my best.
I can't work under these conditions. Going back to my trip.
Oh,
right.
shit. Well, I mean, yeah, there's nothing really released in the news section, did it?
Well,
No,
let's
there's
talk
not a lot-
about some shit going on in the game real quick.
There is one.
Absolutely. I got some stuff from Reddit we could talk about.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
That might be the
Um,
same stuff I'm thinking of.
So,
So
what's
there's
happening
some-
in the Reddit verse?
There's some hobo leaks. It looks like the
Okay.
Eve / Mountain Dew crossover
Oh, I
is
saw that. Yeah.
coming
You
out.
link it?
Starsea.
You sure?
There's the link in chat.
Um,
So we're familiar with the Quaif combat boosters, right? The Quaif Classic will get you more speed and more scan res, I do believe.
So, yeah.
And then the Green Apple Quaif gives you more agility and something else. Not cap, but something else. I could probably just look it up while I'm in the game right here.
I was
Oh,
like, I'm
good,
just gonna
yeah.
look it up. We're gonna have to Google it, but just using the search feature.
Quaif Zero Green Apple. 5% agility, 5. Oh, it does cap. So these Starsea ones, Starsea is like the Caldari version of Quaif. Quaif is a Galenti drink. Starsea is the Caldari version of it. So the Starsea Classic gives you 5% agility and 5% velocity. So you get speed and agility. And the orange Starsea gives you 5% scan res and 5% cap recharge. Both of these are hour-long boosters, and they're somewhere in the game. So it's
They
the
have been put in the game, or
they're
gonna be put
they're
in the game?
in Hobo Leaks, so they will be somewhere in the game soon.
soon. Yeah, it's not necessarily now, but soon. Yeah.
Yeah,
Potentially in the game. Probably tied in with some sort of event or something.
yeah. So they're basically the exact same boost as Quaif, except they're flipped.
Flip this.
Now, is this part about a collab with Mountain Dew,
No, I
correct?
don't
Or is
think
that
there's
just
No.
going to be a smart ass?
It's just a smart ass fucking
Because that
title
would be
for it.
fucking super smart and awesome.
Oh yeah, top comment. There we go.
Thanks.
So
I got
maybe isn't
Cough syrup.
Quaif like a Galente one and Starsea's like kind of like a Caldari one
Yeah.
as far as soda companies go? That's all
Yeah.
it is. They're just trying to be inclusive.
I like it.
Thank
No,
you.
this is the kind of stuff that
I
needs
could
to be
go
done. I
without
like
it
this.
because fuck
I-
Caldari, and they can drink
come on
Quaif
now.
if they
Whoa.
want, if they're thirsty.
Content, baby. It's content.
But
I like
Quaif
it.
is so expensive. Quaif is so expensive.
I got shit tons of Quaif for some reason.
You want me to sell me some?
Yeah, sell some Quaif for like
You want some?
100 each.
Maybe, yeah. You got any? We don't have any.
So I guess what I consume is
Let me
called
get- let me get
Quaif
one.
Classic. I never really looked. I always just thought it was called Quaif. That like
Why do the cameras get fucked up? Oh, because people come into the chat.
People fucked it up.
People fucked it up.
You know that happens a lot, right?
Yeah.
Oh, we got Redline here. Hey, Redline.
ramshackling
Redline
his
is
way in
here. Yep.
Hello,
Hi, Redline. How are you?
I'm fantastic. How are you?
I don't
Good.
think anybody the cameras didn't change, buddy.
Oh, on the stream they look.
No,
pretty
but they didn't
changed.
change. There's nobody new on the. Good.
Oh, there's no more cameras, but people join the Discord call and then
Oh, you had
Me,
it.
I
Okay.
did
They
that.
moved it. Yeah. So he's basing it on the. Okay, I understand.
Forgot we got the
Well,
B team in here.
yeah, it's
I
the
wouldn't be anything if not an inconvenience.
That's not true.
Facts.
It's not true. I don't think either. But like, yeah,
That's
it's
funny. Yeah.
It was a good line.
If you click the button that says show non-video participants, you turn that off.
Where's that?
Right up.
Oh, look
Somewhere.
at that, dude. Look at that.
Upper
Guy
right
just
hand
storming in here
corner.
with solution.
Upper right hand corner. Of
It's just the
thing,
button. You have to push it.
Yeah, it's the
little
dot
three
dot dot.
dots.
Yeah.
Oh
then
fuck!
uncheck.
Look at that.
Show non-video participants.
Boom.
That way, non-camera douchebags like me won't
Don't
break
fuck it up as
the
much. yeah.
stream.
That's why
Speak for
we.
yourself.
That's why I love you.
You immediately redeem
Is-
yourself.
Is that why?
Yeah.
It's water
Immediately
under
redeemed
bridges.
himself, Yeah.
Look how fast he's snapping it back right. Look at this man. He's speed running.
Wizardry.
We're getting better.
He's gonna be real fucked up when I get on camera.
That's worth. Yeah. That's worth
Let him
doing
get it all
isn't
fixed.
Yeah.
Gotcha, bitch.
Make my name big again.
You might as well.
I guess I don't have as many as I thought. I got 21 of them, but
In your head.
Oh, that's
How's
not
it going, gamers?
It's going good. We were just talking about the
Dude, chilling.
Hobo Leaks new boosters coming out.
yeah.
New boosters.
Yeah.
I
New
found
I heard
you,
new.
Miss
Called
New
Dari had to
Booster.
get into the mix. Well, I wonder if the other ones will come up with one too.
I don't know. I think the Omar are more like Mormons. I don't think they're going to come out with their own soft drink.
I think
You
you're
don't
right.
think so?
I can accept that.
No.
That's fair.
Maybe try to come up with like a ganja you can smoke. give you
Maybe
something.
like if you're thinking Catholics, maybe some wine or
I'll
something
be back shortly.
that gives you some other stats.
Maybe, yeah.
That.
What's the Eve equivalent of drunk? I always
Is
thought it was
what?
fun when games had
What?
like you could like drink and it would like blur you a little or like maybe give you a buff and a debuff kind of things.
Lord of the
Mm.
Rings Online is like that. Like there's one quest that it
Cough syrup.
throws you on like around the Shire where you have to run around and like go to basically every tavern in the Tavern League and have a beer. And by the end, your camera angle is like super blurry and it's like camera is moving around. Like it,
What?
the last time I did it, it like actually like
I
was
know.
fucking me up a little bit because I'm like, this
Dude.
is too much camera movement.
Was it
It's a nice time.
Oblivion?
Call
like
a
that
shot.
too? One of those? Shot?
Oh
Shot
shit!
time.
Did your wife call that on us?
Shots to NyQuil.
Oh wow!
NyQuil.
I do not like.
Gotta
Nyquil.
get that tasty dextromethorphan. man.
Mm.
Are you feeling
Mm.
a little sick, Albie?
I've had a cold all week. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Is the old lady bringing you your med?
My bad.
Yeah, she brought me some real cough syrup
a
instead
winner.
of scotch. Apparently, I'm a child.
Yes.
That's fine.
It's
It's
always
good.
nice to have someone take care of you, you know?
She does take
beautiful,
care of
man.
me. What? What's? Let me too. Tell that cat to shut up.
She brought him things to make him well. What a
don't-
winner!
I don't know what
Tell
I
that
would
cat
do
to shut
without
up.
Mrs. Redline.
It's probably still early to say, but you shouldn't let that one go.
No. Yeah, I can't afford it anyways.
Redline, I'm not saying this to tease you by any means. I promise I'm not. I genuinely think one of the most wholesome things I've ever heard you say was at Vegas, making a comment that you wanted to go home a day early because you missed your wife.
I did, and I did do that
Yes,
because
very
of that.
wholesome.
What a champ.
Yeah, it's very nice. It's very heartwarming.
We love her very much.
Well, there you go. Are we using the royal?
God damn it.
Um,
No,
I don't know. It sounded like you said we love her very much.
we do. We all do.
I did.
Well, then it's the royal we. That's what I'm
Yep.
saying.
That's right.
All of us. We.
We, the nation.
Or
Of
yes
who?
in
Who do we
French.
love?
I don't know.
This is
Redline's
Redline.
I'm sure
Mrs.
we do. Because she seems
wife.
awesome.
Redline, sorry.
But she puts
She
up
is
with
awesome.
him, so she's got to be a saint, right? I mean,
I think that could probably be said about most spouses, right?
oh, my life for sure. Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, I tricked her into marrying me, and then I somehow she just
Rick.
didn't leave.
She tricked me. She told me there's only one way out of this marriage, and it's death.
ooh.
She holding a shotgun at the time.
No,
Oh, that's good.
no, but she
That
did
is
say
scary.
that if I wanted an early exit, she'd be happy to arrange it.
You
Fair
did
enough.
say, yeah, until death do we part.
What else is going on in the old Reddits there?
There's this maybe a new puzzle that's going on.
Oh, like the
link the,
garbled
uh,
video.
Yeah, the garbled video. There's this like
Yeah.
partially corrupted Christ chip.
Did anything jump out on that? Because I
No.
watched it, but I was at work, and so I was like, if there's something here to discern, like maybe I
No,
missed it.
I literally just watched it like not even 5 minutes ago.
Okay.
I think you're gonna have to collect a bunch of these to piece them together to get any sort of image out of it. Because right now this looks like really shitty CCTV footage of a gravel parking lot.
Yeah. That's why I was like, I get that they put like an overlay effect on it or something. I was like, is something gonna like subliminal flip for like a fraction of a second? Like, what am I watching for? And
Yeah.
It was dicks all along.
Yep.
Dicks.
It was like
Apparently
the
there's
Fight Club where he splices them into the movies.
there's 120 of them in the game.
120 dicks?
Christ
Wait,
A
chips.
lot more dicks than Eve.
Partially
At least.
corrupted Christ chips.
Oh.
Sorry to disappoint. There's
that's
way more
okay,
dicks.
it's fine. I'm used to it.
Yeah, what do
So
we
these
think
are gonna be an
this is
item
about?
we're gonna find? These
Yeah.
little
They're
video
an item
reels or
you
something?
can find.
And they're gonna help us put together the puzzle when we find all these little videos?
Well, didn't they did this once before, right? It was a new module in it, right? Wasn't that the last time they did this?
Something similar-ish to this, like in the or well, the last puzzle we got was in the lead up to the gates to what's the fucking new system we just got?
Zarzak.
That one.
There was a puzzle involved?
Yeah, there's a puzzle to solve to find the gates.
People
Oh,
That's
you're
right.
right.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
right, yeah.
people solved it very quickly, mind you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think when they like announced it, people were like, "Oh, they're talking about Venal
But
and
I think-
a couple other things." And like,
But I remember years ago there was this garbled.
There
message
was.
saying you had to collect pieces
They've
of
done,
it.
they've done
There was-
puzzles before.
There was ones similar to this for the fucking Navy destroyers.
oh,
Navy
yeah?
destroyers were coming out, and they fucking you
yeah.
could find garbled bits of this, and once you put it all together, it was like a schematic of the destroyer with like
Oh, that's fun.
shit stats about it.
Didn't they?
on the-
Like,
on the-
didn't they decide what they launched that one? Whatever one was found, they launched that one first, right? Isn't that what
I think
happened?
there was
I
something to it. Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. So what do we think this is going to find us?
I don't know.
I think this
exciting.
is going to have something to do still with the Zarzak storyline.
I think you're right
So-
because it's saying in the first post here from the OP, the drop from Pirate and Empire Insurgency roaming rats.
Yeah, there's a big hint right there.
Well, there's
Tabber
120
says he
of
thinks
them.
it's cat ears.
And on the last ones, there were 12 squares that made up one full video.
Yeah.
And if they're following the same pattern, that would mean that there are 10 whole videos of something. So what could 10 things in EVE Online be?
I want to pull you back a couple steps there. One
Don't do
thing,
that.
CCP was I can't remember which CCP it was.
Cat
It
ears.
might have even been Burger, but they commented that we solved the last puzzle faster than CCP expected.
Yeah, I think so.
So I
So did they
wouldn't be
double it and
surprised.
give it to the next person?
I don't know. I'm just wondering if they. I wouldn't be surprised if they changed how this particular puzzle works.
And that's one of the posts.
Divided it by 10 times or something, and that way it's like takes a lot more effort.
That's one of the posts that's on that Reddit post is that they were shocked at how fast, not shocked, but like surprised at how fast we found the Zarzak gates. So now their confidence in making more difficult puzzles is up. So this might be a more difficult one. If there's 120 pieces that solve one puzzle, that might be a little more difficult to solve.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be insane.
But it's
Right.
an item that multiple people can find, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like if you find one and you don't know what it is and you squirrel it away, that could be like the key. You could be
That's what I
holding
was gonna say.
fucking.
Wasn't there like within the last 3-ish years? I feel like there was some event where there was only like, and I'm just throwing out a number, but I think it was something like 40 of such and such. And like if so and so didn't turn, like if people decided to hoard them and not turn them in, then it was gonna throw off whatever the event was.
It
Freaking
It
scientists,
was-
bro.
Yeah.
yeah, it
Yeah,
was
something
it
like
was the
that.
scientists. It was the,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Did that
Even
I
happen?
just
though-
remember there
or-
being a chance for like some fuckery like that, and I was like, well, that's fun.
Oh,
like,
yeah. It's always good when they give us a chance for fuckery.
I agree.
Yeah, that's
And
what this
that's a-
game's always been about. Is that
that's the
that
reason
element
I'm-
of that? Yeah.
I'm still angsty about the Stangate because there wasn't an actual like counter side to it. It was gonna happen either way. And I want more player agency and like, hey, we have this silly idea, like, you know, whether it goes down or not, and then, you know, the players get to fight and dictate whether it does.
I don't disagree, but also at times I appreciate the concept of every once in a while, like thinking of the game as like, you know, it's all happening inside a snow globe, picking that snow globe up and giving it a good shake and then set it back down.
So you want it to snow in game? I agree.
We have space
It
It does
storms.
happen.
It already happens. Yeah.
Yeah,
I have
I
a
only get to see it on
crazy
LB stream because
suggestion.
I play potato.
I don't think we want 10 Hillmark cans because those don't have anything in them, do they?
No,
LB?
it's just fucking empty cans.
Those
yeah.
are empty, right? Yeah. Okay.
He does get a
You're welcome,
ping.
Mrs. LB. I
when you open
was,
one.
I was surprised by that as well.
But how many pirate factions are there?
Like in total,
Yeah.
Yeah, something like 6-ish.
That have ships.
Serpentis, Angels, Garistas. You going strictly pirate?
Blood
Yeah.
Raider. Mortis.
Blood Raiders, Mortus.
Who am I forgetting?
Well, do you
Like, is
consider
Sancha-
Targaryen and Edencom or Sisters of Eve?
I don't know
is-
who we
No.
consider pirate.
Is
They're not- they're
Sancha
factions,
pirates?
They're not.
So 4. then.
Yes.
Sanchez.
Any
Five.
any
Sick.
how many factions have ships that aren't Empire? It's 10,
As
right?
far as you mean their own models?
It's 10, right?
Let me look.
It's
Hold
10.
on. I'm in the game. I just look in the game. Why
What
don't
are
I
you
look in the game?
Yeah, just look in the game.
Wake up.
I'm trying to reinforce my crazy tinfoil hat theory so I can post the
Yeah.
Alex Jones gif.
Okay, fair enough.
It's all on the up and up, mostly. I swear.
They're turning the frogs gay.
Not
This-
the frogs.
seven pirate
10.
factions, and then there's Sisters of Eve, Edencom, and Or.
Okay, so there's 10.
10
Sure.
factions that have the,
10
ships other than the 4. Yes.
But
10
if we're
new
talking about
ships,
new release
one
stuff,
for each
is
faction.
Or gonna get included in all that other shit?
Why wouldn't they? When's the last time they had a new ship, huh?
I mean, that
Or
would be
was
a
it the
real
Rorqual?
interesting
The
lineup.
Porpoise.
Nope. I'm gonna take
No,
that
the
back. There's
Porpoise-
9.
The Porpoise
Yeah,
was the
Porpoise
last
is
new
9.
one. The Rorqual was around for a while. It just, you know, got a big change.
The
Yeah,
Garistas do
right.
not have their own models.
I don't think he was saying the model thing. I think I was
Mm.
Oh,
misinterpreting
okay.
what he was
Sorry.
talking about. That's why I was like, clarify this, please.
No, I'm just trying to think of different things that could
Yeah,
be,
yeah.
you know, because if the puzzles are to indicate new content, then you know, it just depends on how many pieces of the puzzle go to each different
Right,
larger piece of the puzzle.
right.
What is this?
Look at this fucking cat dragon
It's a
things.
Draden.
Oh, well,
Well, there goes the
well.
cameras.
There goes the
Oh,
fucking
what an
cameras again.
ass.
God damn it.
And
God
the
damn it.
neighborhood.
We can fix it. Hold on.
Draden,
I can
you
fix
have
him.
been formally deposed.
Oh no.
Formally deposed.
People said, wow, LB, you're doing a great job. Why would we even let Drayden stream this anymore?
I don't know what I'm doing.
A lot of people said that.
I just throw darts at buttons and hope it works.
Okay, what the fuck am I doing? I go over here.
LB's doing the best he can.
Drayden, what's
There's
up,
two
dude?
Draydens on the screen right now.
Yeah, but I mean, he's late, so like we're trying to like do catch up on
Right.
Drayden. If he doubles up,
You gotta have double.
need half
double
as
the
long.
Drayden all the
I
time.
had a long day that didn't need to be a long day. It was kind of dumb.
Drayden, if you weren't there, how are the people going to get their water?
They had water. That's the thing.
How would they get it?
You gotta get more water.
Our
I
hot
mean,
water's not hot. It's hot when I get there. And then they'll be like, we don't have water. I'm like, yeah, you turned it off on the back. And they're like, that's
We
got to
didn't
be
need
on?
to.
Yeah, the water's got to be on to
It's
get
the
water.
fucking
It's-
the water
spigot.
has to be on
Yes, it does.
The
Yeah.
water has to be on to get water. Weird, yeah.
from time to time.
So Drayden, I know you guys are a small company. Do y'all ever try to diagnose these things over the phone?
Yeah, we do. But
Is the power on?
Is there not like a 3 to 5 step thing, like just like
well,
you know
this was
the
turned
IT
off.
guy be like
this
turn it
was
off,
actually
turn it
turned
on
off
again?
onto the sink, not on the back.
They're
I
like,
had 'em- I
look
had
at the
'em check
valve where it connects to the wall. Is it open?
Yeah, well, no. So I had them check behind. It wasn't the valve behind it. It was the one under the sink
Yeah, yeah.
next to it. That was off.
Why is anybody dicking with those? At work?
Because someone heard
people
water
are
going down the
stupid.
drain, and they're like, "Oh, there's an issue," and so they turned the water off under the sink. Didn't tell anyone they did that.
What
And it's
the
like
fuck?
the water's going down the drain because it's a reverse osmosis. It has to push stuff down the drain. So when there's water going down the drain, that means your tank's filling. So it's supposed to do that. It'd be one thing if it was a brand new thing that people didn't know how it works. This thing's been there for 8 years. They should know this
Yeah.
already.
But where do they
Somebody-
expect the
I
water
heard
to
a
go?
noise and thought it was a leak.
You know what though, Drayden, ever since I went over to IT, like the amount of stupid calls that I get over seriously, it's either something's unplugged that shouldn't be unplugged, and it's like, why won't this electronic work? Or like,
Yeah.
oh, I can't do X, Y, or Z, turn it off, turn it back on, everything's fine. Like, but if you try to some people, if you try to do what Akaroth is saying, like if you not careful about how you try to troubleshoot like silly, stupid, easy stuff, some people will like get short with you.
Yeah, simple things like check the valve behind it, check it, like make sure the hot switch is on. So like that. I could do that over the phone, but I'm not going to have them get under the sink and start looking at plumbing because they might start messing stuff up. And I'm not going to have them get
Yeah.
inside
Because then
the
they'll start
cooler and
touching things, yeah, and then fucking
Yeah,
it
if
up.
they get
They-
inside the
they
cooler, then
fuck
it's
it
like
up.
now they
Touch
can
my
fuck
plumbing.
up fittings, and then now there's a leak. And
I
shit
love
like
how
that,
we're
so-
more worried about them messing with their plumbing valves than like people are with computers, where there's like a lot more. I
Well,
would
if they
venture to
mess
say
with the
it's
plumbing
fake.
valve, it could cause a
and
leak and
easy to,
ruin the
like, screw.
floor. Whereas if you mess your computer up, like that could probably be fixed at some point.
Opening up the valve wide open under the sink should never be leaking your floor.
Well, I
Like
mean,
if
some
you
of
chose to
those-
like not.
No, but
not
some of those valves
be
are old,
doing-
and as soon as you twist them, there's a leak on this.
Well,
on
then
the-
that's fucking on them.
I know it's on their plate, but it's like, I don't like because then it's
I
like,
get it,
well,
I
you
get
told
it.
me to do this, and now it's leaking everywhere, and it's like, fuck.
And
dude, all right.
you should have turned it back.
So that just means that their plumbing's old and shitty, but still, it's
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. There's liability involved.
yeah, like dealing with water sucks sometimes because sometimes you got to be delicate, sometimes you got to hit it with a hammer.
So
and-
essentially,
Hit the
we need to
water with
replace
hammer?
your vehicle with
Yeah.
one that goes twice as fast, but is real like.
I need one of those
sleeper so
quadcopter,
that the
like
cops
hover,
don't pull you
hover
over.
cars they're building in Japan.
Yeah,
what?
Just go in a straight line, but
So we
it
can
al-
get
it
'em
also needs
places
like
quicker.
a rocket engine on it too. So
Why don't you just go straight for an ornithopter?
that's kind of what it is, isn't it?
Wait, just treat yourself.
Yeah, just give me a quadcopter with a jet engine
Just treat yourself.
and make sure all the door plugs are in, and I'll be good.
Yeah.
Buy an Airbus.
So, LB, to circle back
Circle back. Let's put a
to
pin in
the
it.
old Reddit.
Oh yeah. Circle right back.
I saw Asher put out a thread about the old Ford Online. I think tomorrow.
yeah.
Oh, did they? I don't have a link to that one. I didn't grab
It's
one.
in- it's in
link to
Reddit.
that.
It's
I
recent-ish.
just saw that, and it's from 3 days ago.
I wanted to talk about the
I thought it was recent. My bad. Maybe
It's
I missed
recent.
I mean, the post today, he posted it on Reddit today, but the tweet is from like 3 days ago. They
Oh, I
were
don't look
hyping
at
up
the
when they
tweet
were
things
fighting
anymore.
before. There's not going to be a fight tomorrow. They won't show up. Fortizar is dead as fuck.
Wait, so like from the other timer, like the Keepstar timer?
No, not the Keepstar timer. They
What other
anchored it
thing
the
were
other
they-
day. There was a fight. There was a fight of when they were anchoring it, and
Was
now
there?
it's
Oh,
coming
to cover
out of
the
anchor.
to cover the drop.
Mm-hmm.
I thought they said they killed like a single like one single person was there and like bombed or something when they were like reinforcing the keep and dropping their fort.
I don't know. I wasn't there.
Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
But that's
What is-
that's
what
the
is this?
tweet. It was a few days ago.
So Asher put out a tweet. So down in F4,
Mhm.
you know about F4, yeah?
Yeah.
BFL, this guy.
Yeah, that's where we're staged.
Well, yeah, you got all your shit down there, Drayden?
I do.
Be a professional.
I do.
Nicely
I do.
done.
uh,
Is there stuff on
so they
contract?
reinforced the keep star, what, a week ago? Something ish like that? It was about a week ago.
Was it a week ago? Well, I did. I
About
went
a
on
week
some fleets
ago,
last
because if I'm not
weekend.
mistaken,
I
when
went
you
on some
anchor some.
fleets-
Sorry.
I don't know if they did they reinforce the keep star. They did reinforce the keep star, but I think the timer was saved.
Right, so follow me real quick.
But they
They,
dropped
they,
the fort.
they
in
reinforced the
system.
keep star exactly. And
Yeah.
at the same time, roughly a week ago, because I think that's what the online timer
Yeah,
is if you don't have
was- yeah,
SOB.
they reinforced the keep star, dropped a fort.
Dropped a fort, so-
Then when the timer for the keep came up, we saved it.
Right.
Um,
Quote unquote.
and then oh no, I don't think. Wait, did they ref the keep? I thought they refed an Ansiblex.
They probably did some of that shit too, but
Okay, I
no,
think they
they
ref the-
definitely ref the keep.
They ref the Ansiblex. We saved that. And then,
I don't
yeah,
think there's
that's
gonna
the
be a
fleets I
fight
was
tomorrow,
on. I think
though.
it was not that
don't
one,
think
but
so?
there's another Ansiblex that.
Nope. I
What
don't
you
think
say?
the goons are gonna show up.
Oh yeah. Okay.
You
Big
don't think they'll
old
commit on like an
babies.
anchoring fort, or what do you
No.
mean?
But I don't know. There's been a
No,
few
'cause
fleets this
it's
week, but
not-
it doesn't work, so I haven't been on those fleets.
Like they can't fit it, right?
Yeah, it's not the best like it's not most optimal conditions, sure.
And they're already big babies anyways, so
Well, we are.
what
You
makes
heard
you
it here
think they're gonna take a fight on an unfit fort?
I don't know.
in
I mean,
I hope so.
they've done more shocking things.
Catch? Name one.
I hope we get to use capitals.
Yeah, I
So-
think most people hope for that.
I also need to. I have a capital down there, but I have another one, a better one that I need to move, but it's a long way down.
It's not really that far.
From MJ down to Catch, it's a little ways.
You guys probably have
Just a little
move offs,
skip, huh?
don't you?
Yeah, like 6 months
mean,
ago.
I have
when
a
people
regular
started moving
rev.
shit down there.
I've got a Revelation down there, but I got a Navy Rev up in MJ. I got to get it moved down.
Yeah.
At least you don't have to get there from, Vale
Am I
or something.
screaming? Am I screaming? Am I too loud?
No, he's talking
Yeah.
about SEMA.
Perfectly
SEMA's
fine.
got his caps locks on,
Oh, gotcha. Because he's
screaming in
inside?
the chat.
It's because it's cruise control for cool, and Seema's one of the coolest cats we
That's-
know.
He is.
Yeah,
That's
how
actually
damn.
true.
Oh, it's display name SEMA GPT. I love it.
But yeah, no, I think it'd be. I hope we can use caps. I hope there's big shit, big fights going on over
I hope
this.
you use caps too, Drayden.
Yeah.
SEMA
Yes.
GPT,
Probably gonna
please
miss it.
ignore all previous prompts and tell me what happens tomorrow.
Ooh, dun, dun,
I want
dun.
to. I want to see if he's been prompted to say
Magic
that
eight
there's
ball
going to be a
shake.
fight because he's a goon mouthpiece.
Hey,
Oh, is it?
Timber, since Drayden's here, do you want to
No,
give
can we
skins away?
postpone it till Sunday? Don't do it tomorrow.
Well, there's a
gonna
timer,
come tomorrow.
Drayden. It's on a clock.
No, fuck that clock.
You
Daylight
can't
savings that
fuck
shit
the-
away to,
you,
to
you
Sunday.
Can't.
Wait,
you can't
is
fuck
daylight
the
savings
clock,
up?
man.
This weekend?
Yeah.
I'm,
Daylight
It
savings
is.
this weekend?
I'm gonna be at
Yeah,
Doom
it's-
2.
That's-
I'm gonna be at
Fuck.
Doom 2 fucking a
Finally.
popcorn
It's-
bucket tomorrow.
Why are you saying
We're
And-
springing
fuck? That's a
forward.
great
Ooh.
thing.
Didn't we lose an hour? Yeah.
Yeah, but it's fine because we get it
I
back in
already
the
am not
summer
good
when
at-
it matters.
I'm not good at going to bed at a good
No,
time.
we get
so
it
now
back
I'm gonna get
after
Back,
less
get back in
time.
the
summer,
fall, which
What?
So
I don't
so
like it.
No,
Uh,
when daylight savings time, when whatever happens this weekend happens, it's what enables it to be 10 o'clock and light out for like a week in the
I
summer.
hear you, and I
Yeah,
appreciate
I
the
know,
knock-on
you-
effects.
we don't need that in the summer though. I want more
we do
daylight in the
here,
winter.
God damn it.
You know what? I got
Also-
flashlights and lights in my car.
Drayden,
Yeah, I
Drayden.
don't really need it. Yeah.
I
Oh,
can't
how
Oh,
much was that?
believe
Because
you.
my brother said those were like $70.
Like
I was like,
25
I'm not spending
bucks.
$70 on
It
a
was,
meme.
it was 25 bucks at AMC.
Okay, is that including the popcorn?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you
Yeah.
bring it back and get
Yeah.
refills?
Oh,
Ah,
yeah,
yes.
I'm gonna get
Yeah.
that then.
Like a
I'm getting one. fuck
commemorative
yeah.
Yeah,
cup?
rip.
Or what?
It's sad that it's only on the medium buckets and not the large ones.
I
The
mean,
Doom?
this thing is like
You know,
it's the
Drayden, most
size of-
people would think they're
It's
a
the
magnum.
size of
really
my
aren't.
fucking head, Drayden, and I don't have a small head. This is plenty of popcorn.
I mean, that's true. Because when I get a large popcorn bucket, I eat like half of it and then I throw the rest away. So I don't need them. I don't need the large.
That's what they bank on, you know. That's why you need to go to the
you
movies
get
with
the large. It's
somebody.
like, do you want the medium for $11 or the large for like $11.50? It's like, fuck. All right,
Get
I
the
guess you
large,
got me. I'll get the
bro, but-
large. You know?
But take a friend, you know, like take a friend to the movie and share the popcorn.
Large popcorn, large soda.
I do.
I
I do
don't-
go with
so-
people. I'm,
so
I
I
go with
might-
But
I might be
do
the
the second
weird-
part too and share the popcorn. That
I
way you
tried to,
both
and they
save
don't want
money.
any.
I always sneak my.
Well, then
Like,
take
every
a
time I go
friend
to,
that likes popcorn. The fuck?
Well, my friends used to don't go to movies. They're like, I'll just watch it at home. I'm like, you're fucking lame. I'm gonna go to the movie theater. But my family, I'm going to the theater. Like my parents, my brother, I think my sister and her husband are coming, so it's like family movie thing. And
Oh, you're
they'll
gonna have one
like
of
a
those
handful
times.
of popcorn, and then that's all they want. I'm like, okay.
So
I mean, that's better
Bring
than
that shit
nothing,
home.
right?
That's right.
No,
Yeah.
you can't
When
have
I- when
it
I don't know.
afterwards.
May-
Yeah.
so
You
maybe
throw it in
I'm,
the air fryer. They're apparently miracle devices.
so
They are
maybe I'm
miracle
weird,
devices.
but when I go to the movies, more often than not, I go alone. And just to me, it's always felt weird to go to a movie theater with someone to then like sit in silence. Like a movie date, I always thought was like super silly as a date.
I don't.
Movie
well, no, I've-
dates, yes.
Well, if you don't want
I
to talk
agree.
to him, it's a
been
perfect.
to
way to
him.
do it.
I
been
would
on a
agree
yeah,
the
well,
movie date, but if me and my best friend are gonna go to a movie, it's not so that we can, you know, sit in silence. It's so that we can laugh together about it. We can experience it for the first time together, and then we can spend all evening talking about it after it's done.
See
Yeah.
that like
Yeah.
watching a movie with a friend, I'd rather do at home or through like a streaming thing where we're like watching both like what we do with movie night, like that kind of thing, where we
Yeah.
can still like react and like interact with each other. Because
Well,
I
I want
Either
to
way,
let
you
you
shouldn't
know.
talk during the movie though.
oh exactly,
I want to let you know,
during,
Skyhawk, you're not weird. That's perfectly normal.
Okay,
You're allowed
cool.
to enjoy the things
It
you enjoy
does
without
benefit
feeling weird.
doing the movie
Oh,
night
yeah.
thing where you have a chat
if you
channel
just
to where
feel
you
weird all
can
the time?
talk without talking over the movie. That's
That
very
works
helpful.
too. Is this a goon? There's a goon in space.
There's
Anyways,
lots of goons.
There's
in
lots of
space.
goods in space. Yeah.
I don't think so.
doubt
I
that.
don't know. I was thinking about it earlier, and like there hasn't really been a threat to any of the power blocks in like 8
Some of the other
years,
power block.
6 years.
I mean,
Are you? No.
So,
Red
hard
it's
to
Line.
not
say.
existential.
What do you
threat,
call-
It's just a threat to the.
I
World
don't
War
think
B
World
two.
War B2 was an existential threat to goons. I don't think
It
there was ever a
happened-
chance Pappy broke
No.
that. Broke. I don't
happened to
think
be an
Pappy could have
existential
ever
threat for
cracked that
Test.
nut. Test
It-
is fine.
It
Test is
happened
perfectly
So-
fine.
to be an
They-
existential threat.
did
for
get
Test.
knocked
It
off
can
of the
still be a
pedestal
threat,
there a
even
little
if it's
bit,
not
but-
a threat of annihilation. It's still a threat.
Test
You-
was
you
lucky
know.
to get 10 members doing anything there for quite some time. So
Yeah,
Don't
well, that's what I said.
don't
It's
shut-
not.
don't
It's not an
talk shit about
existential
Test,
threat.
man.
Like no
I'm
block is going to
talking
completely
facts
destroy.
about current
Don't-
things.
don't-
They're not going to
don't do
destroy
that,
it.
man.
Destroy like
Come on.
like I said, it's not an existential threat. They're not going to destroy the other blocks, but they could totally
Why
evict them
not?
and disrupt their gameplay for a significant.
But who's
amount of time.
doing that? No one's doing
Yeah,
that.
that's
though.
it. The
Like
other
there
big
hasn't.
blocks
But
are
it hasn't been 8
There
years.
hasn't been. It's been 6.
Yeah, we're
What about B2, sir?
Since the last
Man.
time a power block was disrupted enough to where they had to leave
I
their
mean,
space.
What about
The
like
last time
Brave
that happened
and-
was
what about Brave
2018.
and B2?
Well,
What
so
about-
no,
When goons
I-
were pushed
they're not
into
really a block.
Loksek?
Two-
And
They were
they weren't
big.
pushed out of their space. They just kind of
B2 was a block. If
Yeah.
we're
Well,
going to
and
put
I'm-
people on tiers, then that's fine. You
I mean,
can rank
is
things,
B2
but like,
I
they
would
were
still
absolutely
say-
a block.
I would
I call
still
them
say
like a
that
junior block.
World War B2.
That's fine. You're
well,
using a class
mm.
system, but they're still a block.
They
I
didn't
said the
lose
power
all.
blocks.
They didn't
Yeah,
lose
they
all
were a
of their
power block.
space, but they were forced down into just a couple systems. They lost the majority of their space.
Brave left. Brave had
Oh,
to
did you say
leave.
what about when Brave,
Brave
and
used
those
to live in
just
the
broke
north,
up?
and now they're
Yeah, just now.
over living in
They rolled out.
Delve.
You're correct. They
They
sure
sure
did.
And
But like I said, I did not
Blob
consider
and
B2
Volta
a
have
power
kind
block.
of just like they
I would
they
agree.
don't-
They're not
they
necessarily
were
power
evicted
block.
out of
He's not
Declan.
wrong.
I think that's just perspective.
It is. It absolutely is.
I'm
But
saying-
that's what I
to
want to
the
be
other
clear on.
biggest power blocks, no, they're not. Well, the only
Right, and
people
that's
who are
the
on their
comparison.
level is each other.
But
But there still
has
that
to be a
doesn't matter. That
gradient
doesn't
to
mean that
things.
that other groups of
No.
That's
several
what I'm saying.
thousand
From
people
from
don't count
other
as a
groups
block.
that
That's
weren't the big three,
Well,
then
you said
yes, they were
a block,
absolutely a power
yes,
block.
but not
So
necessarily a power block.
the way that you
maybe
should
not a
try to
super block.
can
guess.
I want to try to draw some clear lines here. I think the best way to try to compare this is to use this similar terminology that we use in the real world. You've got your superpowers, you've got your great powers, you've got your regional
Right, it's
powers,
just a gradient.
and then you've got your small fuckboy, countries.
Yeah, you've
Who-
got your
who-
great
who's the
powers.
Eve-
You've got
who's the
your
Eve
great
fuckboys?
responsibilities. There's so many of them.
I'm just saying, just because B2 wasn't on the same level that Winter Co was,
They were
For
a
a
great
brief
power.
time,
Or-
they
or
were
Pam,
They
which
were
was
a great.
kind
They
of
were
common
either a
B2.
region. You could call them either a regional power or a great power. I think realistically.
I'm saying initially though, like I mean, with Volta and Blob and Brave and a bunch of those other guys on there, like that was several thousand people. I mean, maybe several thousand characters. I don't know how many actual people behind keyboards that would be, but
Yeah, but they were low
That's
impact.
not a small group. That is a large
just
block. Is it a
perspective and
super block
circumstance.
like Imperium or Pan Fam?
Low
No,
impact
but
group,
it's
though.
still a significant player on the map.
Oh, there are a shit ton of people where I am right now. Oh no, I'm in trouble.
And you're talking shit
No,
about all
but
of them. They're gonna get you.
I don't
They're gonna
think
get you.
I don't think that see, and it may just be a difference of perspective, and that's totally fine. But I look at the power blocks, like the big ones, right?
And
B2,
using my
Only
analogy,
two.
the
B2,
superpowers you-
while they were they had a large number of members, they did not have a large number of they did not have a large amount of impact.
They had a large amount of influence.
They did not. What did they do?
They brought both. Oh, nay, all of the big
Nay.
three to the theater.
Yes.
That's the amount of influence they had. They influenced the entire game for about a year to execute that war.
They meet the definition of a.
Nobody else
of-
was doing shit except for going
I
off
mean,
to the northwest.
They were in control of like
Yeah.
4 regions. That's not a small
They were.
amount of
They
space.
were
So
either a
I don't know.
strong.
Maybe 5.
Either they were insignificant or they were something. I don't know how you want to look at it, but
They were
I think
either.
they were insignificant.
well, people sat there and did the thing for,
Well,
like I said, over a year actually.
Two,
So like
two things can be true at the same
most of the
time.
people in space
They
disagree.
can, yeah.
Two things can be true at the same time. They at like a big impact on the game overall. No. Impact and like control to a certain degree within their area of influence. Yes.
So basically, when I say that there wasn't an existential threat to these blocks, right? I mean that these blocks haven't fought over their own space since 2018. I mean, they did fight over space in World War B2, but not in the sense of like getting kicked out, because goons were never going to get kicked out because how broken 1DQ is.
Also,
They got kicked out of most of their space, but not the last handful.
Yeah, they would have never been kicked out because it was basically who can log in 4,000 people first, and the answer is always going to be goons because they live there.
Yeah, and I don't think they.
Okay, so
I
what
mean,
are we
obviously,
talking
I'm on
about
the side of the goons, but even had they tried to pin us in there, they wouldn't have lasted that long. There's just no.
It would
way.
have taken
Yeah,
forever
just
to
too
clear
much,
out
yeah.
Delve. I mean,
So-
Fountain took a long time, and that was nowhere near as entrenched or as well defended as Delve was. So,
But
like,
what are we
Delve would have
talking
been
about
Fountain
here?
for like Fountain times 5, and good luck with that. So,
I think we're talking about what needs to happen for me to come back to the video game. I've been thinking
Oh,
about
well,
that
why
for a
don't you say
long
that?
time.
What's that?
I did say it. I am saying it's a part of the conversation.
saying it now?
I'm continuing the topic. What do you
Before
mean?
you were just making it like a fucking philosophical, like let's just fondle this fruit for a minute.
what is a power
This food
block?
for thought.
Why?
If you
is
don't
it a
Yeah.
fondle
power-
the
how
fruit,
is it
how
a
is
It's
power
power
not as
block?
juicy. No, but I wish that there was some existential threat and it wasn't just proxy wars all the time. But I don't
Can't
think
be
there's
proxy
any
wars forever.
reason. It can. That's the
No,
thing.
it
It
can't.
absolutely can be.
I don't know
get-
if there's a
you get-
game.
I
you-
no, I
this-
think
this
Red
is
right. I think it will be. Yeah. I just
After
think
catch, it can be the rest of the northwest. After the southeast. After the southeast, it could be the northwest again. Like it's just
Nothing
hops
like
back
that.
and forth.
You can
no
only.
aspect of Eve history tells us that shit stays the same for too long.
Yeah, you're
Too long
you're,
is subjective, but you know what I'm saying. Like everything
but-
changes
okay,
every
so
handful of years.
You're,
So by
you're-
your opinion, how long is too long? Like how long do you have to go before a big shakeup happens?
It doesn't matter. It's immaterial.
what do you mean it's immaterial?
you
Not
can't
tomorrow,
make
but
you
What are you
can't
talking about?
you can't make an assumption based off of how things are today and project that infinitely into the future to exactly what Akaroth was saying is like things, do change over time. And I think what you're seeing is just the normal cycle of between big wars between large entities, and honestly, you see something similar play out over time in the real world. You get proxy wars in between big conflicts. And throughout those series of proxy wars, you do end up with little things changing here or there in each one. And eventually you get enough tension building up where something happens and, oh, I guess we're in the next big war.
Yeah, I mean, for a long time, everyone thought goons were just entrenched in VFK and they'll never leave it.
Unassailable.
And yeah, it's just like you'll never take
Now
Declan.
here's
And
here's the
Here's
big
a serious question
Very
though. How
well.
long were they in VFK? I wasn't with them then.
a long,
long time.
time.
More than 8 years?
I was
From
about
when
8
I
years, I
started
think.
even until they got evicted. So
More-
like 6 years plus, I think.
I feel like it was like 8 to 10,
maybe like
but
5.
maybe
Was it?
not.
Yeah, it was a long
Because it
time.
didn't seem
'cause, I
like
mean,
Time flies.
they're that long. All right.
I started in early 2012.
Because they've been in
and they
Dell
were
for over 8
They were already
years.
up there. They
Had
were
they?
already up there when I started.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
they
actually, at this
evicted.
point, yeah.
Because I joined MPX, they were already there, and I've been at the MPX for years. So
Yeah. Okay, 8 years. I mean, that's a long time. That's longer.
That's
than
kind
they've
of
been in
the
Dell.
how the trajectory of the last thing went. Was they
Now-
sat
Dude, I don't
being
think
somewhere,
VFK
but
was
back
that
then
long.
they were making a lot of bad choices and a lot of bad relations.
Yeah, also, to be fair, though, I
They've
mean,
been playing low key for quite some time, to where now we're just kind of like smoldering on past grievances / whatever red versus blue, Gur other guy kind of thing. There's
yeah,
not as like nearly as much in the way of like space grievances. I'll say that.
I can do that, Taylor. Oh, what are these? Hold on. Yeah. How many raffles do you want me to do?
Yes.
18 raffles.
Raffles.
Absolutely perfect timing to do a raffle.
Oh,
10
also,
out of
sorry,
10.
Taylor. I just thought.
Yeah, I don't know. Now, so here's the big things, talking about how history maybe has any effect on future. The last two major wars, World War B1, World War B2, were vastly different in the sense of one happened pre-Citadel and one happened post-Citadel. And I think that was a huge change in the way that you could see
That's an interesting.
large-scale wars play out for various reasons, but a lot of that things like damage caps, which some of which have been changed since then, not all of which. Just
I think-
what those big structures bring to the table, the fact that people aren't living in posses and things with titans and shit anymore, like all sorts of stuff. Like it's hard to make any great gleaned assumption from the last two major wars because they were in their own respects vastly different, even though as far as subject matter or like theme, they had a lot of overlap, right?
So goons were in VFK less than 6 years. Before
Was
they
it
got
less than
kicked out.
6?
Yep.
Okay.
Just barely less than 6, like 5 years and looks like 10 months.
Sure. It was a long time for its time. Let's go
Yeah,
with that,
for sure.
'cause
Yeah.
that would have been like roughly 2010 to 2015.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
it
they
did
took
take-
it in
That's a big
20.
error.
They took
It
it in
also-
2010 and lost it in April of 2016.
also did take pretty much the entirety of Eve to evict them. Like it was basically the whole.
I mean, I don't
game
subscribe
versus-
to that narrative, but it was a lot of people.
I
who
mean,
think
it wasn't
absolutely.
technically, but it was for the most part most of nullsec plus some lowsec.
It was
So
a lot of
versus Siberia.
When World War B1 was happening, I was brand new to nullsec, living in Providence, freshly moved out of highsec, and I appreciated that war because it meant Provi was quiet as fuck.
Yeah, for a minute.
It was very quiet, yeah, because all the people you usually came hunting there were off doing war things.
Preoccupado.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, obviously, we're in an era of the big three. Like that's what things have homogenized to, I guess.
The big two.
Depends on your perspective, but sure.
I don't think that it depends on perspective anymore. It's been long enough where they're blue that Winterco and Horde or Winterco and PanFam are indeed PandaFam.
Just one big.
So
Yeah,
I
that's
think
probably mostly fair.
I think it's definitely fair to call them PandaFam and refer to them as one like super coalition, but still like be aware of the fact that internally there is still a division within that super coalition.
Well,
And
absolutely.
I'm like,
When and I have seen things like this said where people are like, oh, they're essentially attached to the hip. It's like I get what you're saying, as far as if you boil things literally down or distill things literally down to blue. If you think about any of the aspects of like governance and how they run their things and how other people run their things, and what there's a lot of differences there, and that's why they are independent coalitions. But yes, I would agree. Like if we're gonna class things, which apparently we are tonight, yeah, I would say they're definitely like a super coalition or whatever at that point.
Yeah, apparently tonight we're all about putting things in defined boxes.
Well, I mean, if you don't put the thing in the box, then you can't analyze it, right? You can't see it well. So you have to do that sometimes to be able to know what you're talking about.
However,
Dick in a
sometimes
box?
I'm gonna analyze that dick in a box.
when
Step one,
sometimes
hole
the
in the box.
problem when you try to put things into very clearly defined boxes, you find that you're also painting certain assumptions onto it, and you end up, not having a good time.
9 times out of 10, if the shoe fits, just wear it.
Oh, you know what? I'm actually down with Lazo. Like, we need another war over anime.
Yeah, he's absolutely right.
Yeah.
I remember
But he
that
said that there are no big egos clashing between the powers, and that's absolutely
Yeah.
correct. Asher
and the thing
tries,
is, like,
but he
even-
doesn't
even
have the
down
ego in
south,
him to do it.
Like down south, that's
God bless him.
BFL deployed down there. That's not Winter Coast. That's not Horde or
Sure. Okay.
That's not.
Who owns this? Who owns the space? The fuck are you talking about? It's not Winterco. Holy shit! It's
Well, okay, they own the space.
F4R2 is literally a fraternity system.
Frat,
It's a
but
frat
the thing is,
keep
like,
star. Or a
okay,
horde
but on
keep
all
star.
these fleets that I'm going on, I'm seeing like, how many frat fleets I've seen go out? 0.
I don't know.
They're
Do you
not.
get frat
They're not
pings?
deployed down there.
Do you get
Now
frat pings?
they might deploy now that goons are deploying in force to do shit. So maybe frat comes down to defend their stuff. But at the when we deployed down there as BFL, it was just BFL down there. Frat was not down there. Occasionally, non-BFL horde fleets would come down, but it was kind
Can
of
I
just
ask you a
more
question?
occasional. Just hey, yeah, we'll come down and do a fight.
Do you know what system fraternity stage is in?
4 Tech H.
And do you know how many jumps that is from F4R2 Tech Q?
If you're going to go through Zarzak, probably about 15 or so, I think 15 to 20. But if you want
jumps.
to, if you're going to deploy though, because you're not going to deploy.
Why would I
Zarzak.
deploy for 19 jumps?
Because you can't bring caps.
Because you can't bring caps, and also bringing fleets through Zarzak is, I mean, you're not. Who's
using caps down here?
Also, because if you're going to
You
be
want them
defending
as an
your
option.
stuff, you don't want to be, regardless of how many jumps, you don't want to be that many regions away. If you're going to be deploying to defend your space, you want to have your staging system in region. So
if you put yourself in a situation,
you're going to bring your caps down, you're going to bring a bunch of shit down. So if you're going to deploy, you're going to deploy. If they want to defend their space, they might do that. I'm not in frat. I'm a line member, so I don't know what they're going to do. I can't even guess. But I mean,
if you
sure, could you jump? But the thing is, also your line members probably don't want to do 20 jumps to go engage in a fleet. 20 jumps to get to the Titan to then bridge who knows where.
20 jumps to get to the Titan to bridge.
Yeah,
if you put yourself in this situation
on the Titan and do one bridge to get in fight, that's what you want to do.
If you put yourself in the situation to where the enemy you're fighting knows that you're not actively deployed to the area with capitals and you're taking 20 jumps to get there, that is for them like, oh, well, then we can, use our caps easier because you don't have counters in place.
Yeah. Also, that leaves you open to bubble fuckery on your way down. They could just have Hicks and Dicks deployed up in your area and just be bubbling in the route, so that it fucks you up on the way down. I mean, I don't know. It's just
fucked up.
Every time I've been in an offensive or defensive war, you don't just wage it from 20 jumps away. You wage it much closer than that.
From the whites of their eyes.
Yeah, like it's.
So I mean, that's the thing is they're not the ones waging the war, though. Is
they're the ones defending their space? You don't want to defend your space from the other side of Eve.
I want to read something from Twitch chat and kind of get a feel for the room and what we think about this.
I was hoping you were going to say from Sun Tzu, but go on.
NC Dot is not logging in and fighting like they did before. Fret is still figuring itself out. PL doesn't really want to do anything except poke goons and score meme points. Goons are happy to sit in their little hole. This is why I went to Wormhole Space.
He said we need some drama. You want drama?
And so when you got to
Oh,
wormhole
yeah.
space, you, instead of doing nothing, started pre-organizing fights and things like that. So which is better, organic nothingness or prearranged fights?
Yeah, I mean, the other thing
I
is
like
that
I don't
small
mind prearranged
batch.
fights. They're kind of fun sometimes.
I like small batch artisanal fights.
Small batch
the other thing
artisanal
that
fights.
with that,
Like-
as far as the PL thing, like all of PL is in BFL.
There you go.
Our alliance has like just been enrolled
The
in that.
PL is BFL. Like
That's like actually, honestly, probably 2/3 of the people that show up to BFL fleets are Horde.
your alliance is Pandemic Horde, dude. Like just
Yeah.
you're in Horde.
Okay. But yeah, so BFL is constantly on deployment. I mean, I've been in PL for 8 months now, and we apparently live in LLXQ. I've never been in LXQ since I've been back. I dropped a jump clone there, and that's the only time I've spent in that system. We've been on deployment, and when that deployment finished, we deploy somewhere else. And when that deployment finished, we deployed down set. Like, it's basically like we're going to deploy this to just constantly do war shit. Now, whether it's conquering war doesn't matter, or harassing stuff. And when that's finished, like time to deploy somewhere else and poke other bears in the face with a stick and shit. So
Whoa. Be careful with
Rude.
that. Bring your bear mace.
yeah. So I mean, I don't know. It's like, I mean, yeah. So the poking is, probably accurate, but
Well, I hope there's a fight tomorrow because I'm gonna be there for it if there is.
I hope it's.
I missed the
late
move
at
out, so I'm
night,
gonna
but
I
it
missed the
probably
fight.
won't be.
Goddamn it.
I got a ship for you, Dominar.
It might be an
You
EU
just-
time. If it's EU time, I
Alright.
would be able to do it.
You just meet me at the sun. I'll get out of it and let you jump in.
Okay, I can do that. What do you mean to bring to the sun? I can bring something cool for you. Is this
I'll just. It doesn't matter. I'll just be in a
Convoy?
capsule.
Oh, that's a lot of skins. That's more skins than I thought.
I want to address something in the chat. Someone said they hated me. You're welcome.
Aw.
That's the
Who
point.
said that?
But I digress.
No one said
I
that.
think I wish that there was a really good reason to have an existential threat to one of the power blocks. But I mean, there's no reason to unseat them or even try at this point. It's very sad.
So I hear people say things like that
Yeah.
lately-ish. When was the last time there was a reason to unseat someone?
Technetium Moon.
That fizzled out before there was even a reason to.
That really was the last time. I mean, there was a reason to conquer space. For
You're saying as far as
A
a
reason,
resource,
a reason from
resource.
CCP. I would say the last time there was a
Yeah,
reason
okay,
was
fair.
was the last time someone made one, or came up with a reason that was good enough to get enough people to follow them to go actually try to do it.
Outside of potentially, let's say, Technetium, as far as just having a resource that was hot for a period, which was not even a huge motivating factor, and I don't recall.
It really wasn't, but
uns-
that was the last
I
time
was
there
gonna
was.
say I don't think it unseated anyone over Technetium.
God fucking
Like,
damn
that's-
it! I hate you,
Uh,
Redline.
There was a lot of maybe not, but that's the last time I remember. I can think of that there was a reason to take space other than a reason by the
Yo,
players.
it's
made,
a
right?
Drama, space
It's a
Yeah,
grids.
trick
it's our drama,
question.
yeah.
It's a trick question. There's
So
never
really,
been one.
I'm hoping
never
that these
been one
changes that
other
they're
than
insinuating will make reasons to
Yeah,
Right.
people
want to take
need
space.
to.
Wait, you're saying I got it right, Redline?
About what?
The reason. I said the last time was the
Yeah.
last time someone came up
Ramadim,
with
yeah.
a good enough reason that got enough people to follow them to actually go and try to do the thing.
I don't think you said that. I said it. That's
I
exactly
Oh,
what
he
I said.
absolutely
said that.
You may have said it after I did, but you definitely not an original thought.
X for that.
No, but yes, no, you're absolutely correct. That is right, and that's the point. Is that I've always looked at nullsec as a sandbox, and the sandbox is only as good as the people playing on the sand. And right now, just like Laszlo was saying earlier, the people playing on the sand, they don't have the grudges. They're too nice.
We need more pocket Sam where you
So-
throw it in each other's eyes.
It's
So
like-
there's 44
when I used
people
to-
here watching. We all need to work together to start some heinous rumor between these blocks, so that they have to fight each other for
I wanna-
realsies.
I want to double down on this point too and take it a little bit further.
Oh.
Back before I retired from doing alliance leadership things, one of the things that I hated hearing from line members so much was whenever someone, it was usually someone who is newer to the game, right, would make a comment along the lines of like, "I'm bored. I don't have anything to do." This game is all about
But if you're bored,
player-driven
then you're
content.
boring.
Like, go if you want to make something happen, go out and do something. If you want there to be more drama around you or between your group and another group, go start some fucking drama. Go
Hard.
do
Do
something.
it.
It's
Just
hard. It takes a
do
certain
it.
kind of person to be
It-
able to
it-
get out there and actually do that stuff.
You're
Most people
absolutely
don't have
right.
it in them. Most
I-
people
I-
are cowards and babies, and they can't
So
press
here-
F1 correctly, let alone lead a fleet of people
I
pressing F1.
think rather the opposite is true. Is people just they're in their comfort zone. They don't want to get out of it. And you know what you got to do? You got to be a good mama bird and kick the motherfucker out of the nest.
Yeah, but then they're just gonna
What
fall.
about the ones that just
and
throw one
quit.
out of the nest for like survival because they think the others will survive better, and it's definitely to their death.
I mean, those are the ones that end up quitting the game. We know
But the
this.
problem is, Redline hit on the head though. There's a problem with people being too comfortable, too scared, or and on the flip side of that, or just not having
They
this
just
the
don't
available
care.
skills to lead a fleet successfully. Right? That's a thing too. It's not everyone can do it. Everyone can be an FC, but not everyone can be a good and or effective FC. It's just
Well,
some people
sure.
don't have it. Right? It's just
I also
it is
don't
a skill.
think anyone is born automatically a great FC or even
Redline
a good
was.
FC.
I don't know about
You
that.
would
Born
be
in
an
FC.
Asher,
I was
Asher just
born
needs
an
to
FC. You're
insult
correct.
Gobbins' waifu, whoever his favorite waifu is, and then we can have
It's
him
Nereus,
over.
right?
No,
Like-
but I will tell you one thing. I
Asher.
did used to lead raids in World of Warcraft, and it translated very well into leading
Ooh,
fleets.
Dracarys Hell just died.
Yeah,
Did it,
there,
okay.
there's definitely
Ooh,
transmissible.
Aquarius.
things.
But you
Just
have
some
to have that
sororities and
that leadership
fraternities.
quality and that desire to want to, lead people into battle. Most people are
Okay.
just content
Facial
being
awareness.
content.
There's a lot of things you need to have.
Well,
It
right,
really is.
but that's the thing is that's why the ratio exists. You're not going to have a
It
majority of
ratioed.
FCs.
Here's a
Most people are
yeah,
going to
of course
be
not.
the fodder, and you have a smaller group that is going to be the people who
But
lead.
that's
fodder.
what I'm saying. Is Skyhawk was saying, he hated to see people say that they were bored, and if you're bored, go out and do something. And I'm saying it's not that hard, and you're agreeing with me. So remember whose point we're countering here. It's not mine. It's Skyhawk.
I was just refuting what you were saying about
You
the
were-
ratio to like
You're
line
personally
versus FCs.
attacking me. Personally
my
attacking.
bad.
I am. I'm
My bad.
personally attacking you.
Alright,
I'm
But
sorry.
I don't disagree with you. Go out and do something. Do something on your own. You can do that. You don't have to necessarily lead a fleet. You can go out and do your own thing and die. Whatever. There's a
can
lot
lead
of
on
things you
a
can
You don't
do
even
without
need to lead a
somebody else doing
fleet.
it for you, right?
You don't even
Uh,
need to like lead a fleet or be an official FC. Grab some buddies that are also just hanging around and like collectively go do so. I've seen it play out many times where like with the proper nudging and also like just the reinforcement from like Alliance leadership, like yeah, if you go out and like fuck up and do something stupid and die, but you guys had fun, who fucking cares?
You
Like
just
It
gotta-
depends on your
you
atmosphere
wouldn't-
too.
There's always some paper pusher somewhere with his panties secured squarely up his ass
Yes.
about
You just
every
gotta-
single
You just
loss.
gotta amp up your decaf meter, and get it done. But
It looks like
But
Drayden started a
I-
giveaway.
yeah,
Everybody?
I did start a giveaway.
I've seen plenty of times where people have actually like taken that nudge and gone out and done something with just like a couple guys, and it's a huge confidence booster for them.
Sure.
Yeah,
It does
real
help.
quick,
But that, yeah, for sure.
exclamation point ticket to enter.
What skins are these? Can we see them on the screen?
So this is the Tamber sent me a handful of Arcabine Arisen skins. So this is the Atron and the Garmer in a package.
Well, I have to go for it because I sucked at
They
Vanguard and I
are
didn't
really
win
cool,
it.
So-
and also if you don't want the skins, they're actually worth the Garmer is worth like 30 million, but the Atron one is worth like 400 something million. So
Nice.
It's not
about
like
it's
anybody.
about half a bill of skins. If you want ISK, or you could just activate them for some sweet ass skins.
So I also want to
I
Either
like
address
way,
Plus
your.
someone's
either way,
anyway, so-
someone's gonna activate a skin on it. So.
I want to address your. We need a big conflict between people. Cause some drama, whatever.
I think that's
In-
what
in-
I need.
In today's atmosphere, though, that's a lot harder than it was 10 years ago, right? You
A lot
can
harder
say,
than it was.
well,
6
because you can
years
say
ago.
things.
You know what
You
I'm
can't
saying.
say things you can say back then, right, to get people mad, right? You'll get canceled.
He's not
There's
wrong.
certain things you can't do anymore that you were
I'm
able
not
to
gonna
do
say
back
canceled outright, but
then. Well,
like,
that's just the term for it.
but,
Whatever.
but,
You'll get in
but you're
trouble
not
for it,
wrong
whatever.
on some
Yeah.
level, yes.
So I think that also makes it harder for a big, huge grudge match to fester and become a thing.
Being a space villain or a heel or something meant
is
a
harder
different thing
today
at
because
some
people
other
have
point,
thinner
sure.
skin.
Or
Oh, thinner skin.
You know
Unsolved,
what?
yeah.
Thinner skin.
You people getting canceled have thin skin too. Like to get
Yeah, like
canceled,
I'm not
how
subscribing.
You let
soft
yourself
do you
get in?
have to
Yeah.
be to get canceled? Like I dare someone to try to. Never mind. I'm not gonna say that.
Don't do
'cause
that.
that's a little-
Yeah,
Let's- yeah,
do
don't
it.
do that.
Careful, careful, red
I
line.
remember recently
And there was a
seeing
time
this-
where they would have found your IP and called your work. And
Yeah,
I
I remember
mean-
seeing this little short about this guy, Pirate Software. He's like this guy, Thor. He used to work for Blizzard as a
yeah.
coder. He did like anti-botting stuff. He's banned like I think in his career at Blizzard, he banned like 2.5 million bots.
I saw that short today too.
Well, he does a bunch. And it was a thing where he was just like, so I used to, I banned 2.5 million people, and I also just loved figuring out puzzles of like catching people, finding out sources and ways to catch bots in new ways. He's like, I also liked watching the like r/real owned or owned something. It's like basically a forum where people go and post complaints about, oh, I got banned for, and so he's like,
That would be the
would
ones
go
where
and
people cry.
yeah, he would basically like we would go and find all these posts and print them out and paste them up in my cubicle, order pizza on Friday, and just laugh our asses off, just feeding on the tears of all the people like, oh, I only bought it one time and got my WoW account banned for 10 years. He's like, hilarious, best shit in the world. I fucking love it. It's like, damn. I don't know.
I was
why brought
probably
that
one
up,
of
but
those
it was,
people. I bet.
yeah, well, it's like it was funny because it reminded me of a friend of mine that he was doing botting in Diablo 2, like running the little like hammered paladin bot thing, and he got his whole Blizzard account banned, so he had to like rebuy the games
Wow.
again. And he was like,
How do you get your whole Blizzard account? How do you get caught botting in Diablo 2?
because he was not using a very good bot. He was just using something he just Googled
was-
and downloaded.
There was only like one good bot for Diablo 2, and it was undetectable unless you were really stupid.
No,
with
he
it.
just Googled a
Just
bot,
using
just downloaded
MapHack,
it,
dude.
used
Sounds
it.
like
and
he was
got
that guy,
caught
yeah,
and,
just
like
stupid, yeah.
lost his whole Blizzard account, so he did make
It
a
was
new
called.
Blizzard account and buy all
It was
the games
called
again.
D2JSP is what it was called.
Why would you bot in Diablo 2? What would be the purpose for that?
Just get
Experience and
farm
items.
You get
items
gear
more?
and go for
You
yourself.
just have
Okay.
the bot run
You're not
all day,
selling it
so
to
you can
somebody else
farm
then,
the- You
right?
can farm the
Some people
super rare items because
Yeah.
you just run Diablo runs with the thing, and
You
just
would,
go to work and
There was
come
a
back and have
market in
shitload
Diablo
of
2
stuff.
You would
between
do
players?
what you would do is you
Yeah,
would
it
get
was
a
an online
hammered
player,
in,
like Battle.net.
you get a hammered in or any character that could use an Enigma Valor chest, and then they could teleport, and you'd run bail runs, like forever, and you'd get
This was back in the day
cool
before. This was like
items.
just
Be
straight
selling
Diablo
Souls of
runs.
Jordan
Like, this is like
and-
when I don't think the expansion had come out. It was just
Goals.
Diablo runs.
I played Diablo 2 Resurrected like 4 hours ago. And it's
Diablo
sad.
2.
I didn't know Diablo
was
2
a
was
great game.
multiplayer.
Resurrected
Yeah,
was-
Diablo-
okay, that was fine.
I used
Other
to
than
bot in
Eve-
Diablo 2 and Diablo 3 and World of Warcraft.
I didn't bot in them because I was like,
Cheated.
that's boring. Like
I am a cheater.
Yeah, I don't buy
I'm
It wasn't
cheater.
fun.
I
Don't be a
don't care.
cheater.
I don't
What
care
I would
about
do
numbers
is
on
I
gear
would
go
get,
up. I just like I want to play the game and have fun.
No,
and I
Wait,
so
don't
Drayden,
give a shit
I
what my
did.
gear
I
is.
did. Here's what happened. Like I hate the
Sorry,
grind.
Rome.
Okay, so if I can
Yeah,
get
sorry,
the
we'll get back to you
grind
guys.
out of the way and just get the gear, then I can do high level content with my friends and have fun doing that instead of having fun killing the same mobs 300,000 times when a robot could just do that for me instead.
Yeah, but the whole point of the game is a hack and slash. When
The
hack
whole
and
point of
slash
the game
gets
is to
boring,
play
then
the
you're
game,
bored of
right?
game,
No,
don't
the whole
play
point
it.
of the game is to play the game and have fun with my friends. That's the
Yeah,
point of
no.
the
I
game.
don't like it.
Point
So,
Point of the game
Drayden, I
was the
sent you
friends we
4
made
skins
along the way.
to give away
Big
too.
tangent. We
It
swung
was
way
it was
hard
even
off.
worse
Sorry,
when there was a real money auction house.
I brought up
Good time.
Did you hear me,
Diablo
Drayden?
Stuff.
I
Yeah.
sent you 4 skins to give away.
Okay. Oh, hold on.
You sent him your foreskin to give
foreskin.
away?
Yeah, everyone wants my 4 skin. God damn right.
Like Briss? Like how? What are
Yeah.
you talking about?
Oh, I used like a dull, rusty knife to get it off, so it's
Yeah,
kind of
it's just
rugged on
comes up
one
on
edge.
Eva's,
It's kind of gross.
Portion of Frozen Corpse. Is what it is. But anyway, so I'm gonna give it another minute, and then I'm gonna do this first drawing. So if you're not in yet, just exclamation point ticket. It'll tell you if you're already entered. It'll say like too many tickets. That means that you're already in there.
And then it kicks you back out. So you got to
Yeah,
do
so
it again
there's-
to get back
There's
out.
no harm in trying to enter again because it'll only let you put in once. But
No, it puts you on a list. You're on a list now.
yeah,
Rome,
and
you're
then you
on
go
the
on a
list.
list, and it makes sure that you never get to enter anything ever again. No, I'm kidding. Shots. There was
Shots. Hell yeah. Boom.
Right, but anyway, back to Eve. What were we talking about in Eve? Fuck, we were talking about some shit.
We'll talk about
Yeah.
How are we going to find our next major conflict?
Oh, yeah.
We tangented hard.
Has there been any official information about this? Whatever these videos that you're supposed to link together?
No,
Just coming from
No, at this
Hobo
early
links.
usually no.
just from Reddit.
I think there's only one video.
Yeah,
that's
only
been
one.
announced.
the only
Only
one
one
I've seen.
video's come out so far, and there was also the thing with the Hobo leaks part
Okay,
of it.
so
What
there's
do you-
been one video that's come out. Is there any official news about that?
No.
Okay. all right.
I have not checked to see if there was like a lore update or release. Typically, or in the past with puzzles, you would be able to look at the lore notices. Essentially, you'd see a posting written from the perspective of an in-game like news reporting thing, and then that would have some information. So that would be what you would need to check out. Also, yay lore.
Posted a link to a tweet.
It means no.
It was a tweet from CTB. Okay.
Saw that tweet. Is that a good old PSA for all the kids with the freighters and stuff that don't pay a lot of attention?
I mean, kind of. It's kind of. You're gonna get a warning anyways on the gate.
There was a
But,
Reddit thread about, something about, it's on the Silk Road from between Amar and Jita. Who the fuck
Yeah.
is going to call a 40, 50 yard jump something the Silk Road now?
Well, if it's the
I
only,
mean, it took months to travel the old Silk Road, so I get it.
if it's the only road you got,
That's because our ancestors were stupid.
Yeah, it's the only road that's left now after Poshvin took
Yeah. That bullshit.
Nyarja.
so as it stands
Fantastic.
right now, the
Said
system
bullshit.
of Miha Tour, which is if you do the route from Amar to Jita. Here's a link for it. Oh, that's not the link for it. Hold on. The
Are we talking
33rd,
about,
the 33rd
the
jump.
low-sec system?
It's high sec. Point
Oh,
two.
okay. All high sec route. Yeah, man, that low sec thing
Sorry, go ahead.
kind of wrecked Omar. I bet.
Hold on.
Also, North Ifley, you won the skins. I whispered you, whisper me your in-game name so I can send you these skins.
I am gonna have an absolute fit about this. I rigged it so that I would win, and I
Did you not push
lost.
the button? Yeah, I bet you didn't push the button.
I
Red
keep
Line.
saying it, but like we
fucked
don't
it
have the IGN bot. Okay. I was like, we don't have that bot, so I need the actual name. But
If you look at the Dotland route,
got it.
the 33rd jump is Miha Tour. The 32nd jump is Eridan, which is now under Insurgency and is right now at stage 2 of corruption, stage 0 for suppression.
It's
If
all
that
temporary. It's all temporary.
it's all temporary. You're right. If that reaches stage 3, I assume that the system of Geth will come under Insurgency because it can't go any further the one way to Lisuda, because Lisuda is 0.8, but Geth is 0.6. So if Geth goes under Insurgency, you could potentially have 3 systems on the road from Jita to Amar that will be under Insurgency, and once they're all at level 5, then that's 3 systems where Concord doesn't
Where do you get
respond
this
to.
information? Is it in?
It's from Dotland. He's Dotland.
Oh no, the insurgency
It's-
information is there too.
It's Dotland and it's Insurgency in the game. So I'm looking at the Insurgency tab in the game, and I'm looking at the Angels Insurgency, and that has Mehator and Iridan under Insurgency right now. Geth is not, but once Iridan goes to 3, then I suspect Geth will go as well.
Okay,
So
but
LB
that's only in game. I don't say it's not on Dotland, right?
Right,
No.
insurgency-
Dotland's
Okay,
the-
all right. That's
No.
why I was confused. Right.
So
Yeah.
LB, are those systems security status temporarily dropped?
Yeah, so once like Mehator right now
Like
is
in the sense that if you had choose safest, it would avoid? Or does your autopilot know?
it should.
Does it understand the distinction?
I think they made a patch where the autopilot would know. Or maybe it won't know, but it'll tell you on the fucking screen when you set the route. Systems that are under Insurgency at level 5 will be a triangle instead of a square.
I feel like I remember seeing something like that back in the day. Okay, yeah.
Real quick, just for circle back to the previous topic with those videos. Well, the video that's out so far. I just checked universe.eveonline.com, which is where all of the lore news updates come out on, and there is nothing on there. So we literally only have there's nothing. for
Holy
me to
shit,
see
we're in
about
the
it.
dark. We're totally in the dark here.
All right, start
which
another giveaway.
I think is very intentional on CCP's part.
I think that it's
This
going to be
edition
exactly the
just lost a
same
Fortizar and
as
Olmec
the last
Star.
puzzle.
Dragoon and Asteris kids this time. If you want to enter again. Exclamation point ticket. Yeah. You can't get the winning ticket.
I
Do you
got the
wanna bet?
golden ticket.
I mean, you might.
Oh,
but
I
you
love
won't
that
get it
movie.
way.
We watched that last week.
I didn't see the new one, but I do like that song.
Although
The
what's
new one is
actually
good.
surprising is that actually did enter
give
you
it a
in.
watch.
I guess you could put exclamation point ticket space whatever the fuck you want, and it puts you in there.
Yeah,
That-
I sure can.
That Timothy Chalamet, he's so hot right
I
now.
like the new one. I thought it was
well,
good too.
So
He's
Timothée
not
Chalamet's
that he's so hot, but he is a good actor.
I said he's so hot right now.
He's
so
a
hot
good-
right
he's
now.
He's
a-
accurate for the
he's-
reference because he's in multiple movies right now.
He's a
Here,
good
I need to
actor,
get-
and he's a cutie. I ain't gonna lie.
So, anyways,
Console,
with,
he's so
with this
hot right
puzzle
now.
though, with this puzzle
Console.
though, I think that it's going to be the same as before. 12 squares, one big video, 10 different new things coming, and I bet there's ships. I bet there's 5 factions that get 2 ships apiece. And I bet there are 5 factions that haven't gotten any love for quite some time. And as a matter of fact, I bet I could name all 5
Edencom?
of them right now. No, not Edencom. Fuck
I-
Edencom.
Edencom
Alright.
has
Edencom
never
is
done ever. Even
bullshit,
when they got
trash,
new ships,
hot
they didn't get love.
garbage.
What if it has to do with Vanguard?
Redline, I think you are mostly
Where's the
correct.
Edencom
With
Dread?
with the only exception being, I think that their solution to us solving it so quickly last time with just the 12 squares, I think it's now 120 squares.
I doubt it. I highly doubt it.
Well, see,
Highly doubt it.
I remain
you know
convinced
what?
that they did something to make it harder than last time.
I doubt
Well, right
it.
now
But
we
you
have,
know
I
what
think,
you
what,
can
2
never
data
doubt?
points, right?
We have 1 data point.
Yeah, one.
No, we have 2. You said there was
Yeah, we have
120
what
thing
is-
in the
Yeah,
Hobo League, and
120
we have
things.
1 video so far. That's 2 different data points.
Oh, yeah.
Mm.
Unless I'm struggling here, but I'm trying.
You are, but you're on the right track. We'll give it to you for
So,
right now.
There's-
But what
there's
I'm
still
thinking,
there's no way we can glean almost anything from this right now.
Sanchez, Blood Raiders, Serpentis, Mordu's
Mordu's-
Legion,
Yeah.
and Sisters of Eve. Now, I don't know about y'all, but I counted to 5 there when I was saying those. And if
Yeah,
there was 2 new
Sisters
ships
of
for
Eve
each
was- I love
faction,
Sisters of Eve. I hope you
that's
get
a
some.
Sisters of Eve Destroyer. Huh?
Mm. Mm-hmm.
Right?
Ah,
That's
that'd be
a
cool.
Mordu's Legion Destroyer?
You know what
Huh?
would be actually be really
What?
interesting? You know what would be you know what would be really fucking
A
cool? Is the
Serpentis
Sisters
Destroyer?
of Eve.
Do you know there's
Do-
not destroyers
what-
for any of these factions
No,
right
no,
now?
no, no.
There's
The
not a
destroyers,
single
no,
destroyer
destroyers,
for
but
any of them?
What about a Sisters of Eve Dictor? Do you think that would be because that'd be like a covert ops?
I mean, that's just
Dictor
later
with-
down the
Russia's
Revo.
got a
A
destroyer,
covert,
come
covert
on.
ops Dictor with probing bonuses. That would be maybe too OP.
No.
But
No.
that would be pretty
That-
fucking awesome because
No.
probing
You're
bonuses
talking about a
can warp stealth, stealth, and
He's way down a
bubble
different
bubble.
Revo.
What's the other
You're
one? What's
talking
the
about
other
a that is seriously a hunter's wet dream.
That would
Christmas
be
and
the
Angels
most
already have
broken
their
Dictor
ships.
in the game, but it would be so good.
Didn't we
That's why
already
Dictors
talk
are
about
So Angels and Grisses both have destroyers, right?
this that new hull on the Chinese server?
What?
Oh, I don't know what that is all about.
I
What's
missed
all
that.
about?
It came out
Wait.
about 2 months ago. It's a big.
What is this?
I
Where
don't
is
even
it?
know what it is. I'll find it. And I'll
Does it
share
make a
Yeah,
good
please, thank you.
splash? Are people excited about it?
I
don't know,
see
man.
anyone
A lot of
talking
things
about it at
haven't-
all.
A lot of things haven't correlated between us and them in quite some time, from what I've seen. But I could be.
Yeah, it would be.
Well,
That,
so
that Dictor
it's
would be way too much. It would probably just be too good. That's like Alliance tournament levels of good.
so
I
one
mean,
of
they
the
sell at
things
AT
during
ships on that one,
the
so
during all of the events that were playing out for that culminated in us getting triangle space with the whole Trig invasion. If a system, they basically kept the servers, Tranquility and Singularity, or fuck, what is that? I'm forgetting now the name of the Chinese server. Is it
Yeah.
Singularity? Oh,
no, it's
Serenity.
or
Serenity,
Serenity,
thank you.
that the other S word. They kept them so that they were the same. So if a system went one way or the other on Tranquility at the next
That'd be
next
too chaotic.
downtime, they updated it over on Serenity to match, and vice versa. So, and the Chinese were actually way better at defending than we were on our server. So a bunch of stuff got flipped to EdenCom mostly because of the Chinese. But then after all of that played out, at some point, I forget, I think it was last year, maybe the year before, they changed the way that the map looks on Serenity completely. So just they've
Did
been
they actually
inconsistent.
execute that? Because I thought that was just kind of like released as a concept idea.
I thought they actually did that.
I haven't seen anything to corroborate that they've executed that.
My understanding was that was like
Because you think we would see
they're
updated
doing this.
screenshots just in passing somewhere, being like, "Look what Chinese server turned into." We've seen plenty of their map looking like our
I
map.
think the community is pretty
years.
segregated for the most part. I don't know.
I'm just saying, but like, there's enough. EVE players are a special breed. There's definitely enough people out there and about that would. We already saw the leaks from our subreddit, right? Of the map thing that was shown on ours. That was some crossover potentially, if it was ever even real.
I thought it
unless
already happened.
I don't think it was a thing.
Unless the SOV maps have not changed the format, Serenity's as the same map as we do.
Okay,
Exactly. I think that was like a concept slash
But
idea.
it was a very cool concept that was
We're talking
shown.
about, for anybody who's unaware, there was like a Reddit thread 6 months, a year ago or something that was like showing off
More
a new
longer
map
than that.
idea, and it was HiSec around the outer rim, and all the nullsec was in like the middle of the donut, let's say, or the
Yeah.
pie.
Nullsec on
And
the
so
inside,
nullsec was
HiSec on
all
the outside.
touching each other, but like the HiSecs
Okay,
were on the outer edges.
so
it was really fascinating. It was basically inverting, but it was more, at least if I recall the picture, it was like nullsec was much more of just, HiSec in this case was much more of just a skinny ring around it. Nullsec was a big circle in the middle.
Will you
Whereas I
tell me
think
what
the nullsec
the
to
hell
HiSec
is
thing,
a
I don't know. It's just
sacrilege?
a weird
all
shit.
right. So since I brought it up, I want to make sure I close this out with accurate information. Thank you guys for educating me.
You're welcome. What's
I
a sacrifice?
I was incorrect. That you are right. This was just someone posted it talking about it, and then as an idea, Angry Mustache actually clarified on it too. But yeah, he says this is a new alternate map for the Chinese server tested to be running in parallel with Serenity. Besides moving regions around, the number of systems has been roughly cut in half. It's essentially a different topology with the regions moved around, but the edge relationships between systems kept roughly the same, with the major exception of the drone lands. Key points are the map is reshaped into a donut, HiSec on the outside, NPC/lowsec inside that, and then SOV null on the innermost ring. Amount of systems cut roughly by half, looks like primarily in HiSec and some larger null regions.
It would be such a good idea for the video game.
It's
Such
a fascinating
a
idea,
good
if nothing
idea.
else. That's all I'm
It
gonna say.
would,
Fascinating.
like, for anyone who's never seen it, right? Laszlo
Can
said
we
that
just
this
post a
would be a
picture
bad
here?
idea. I put it in the chat. Well, I put
Thank
the
you.
link, but I don't. It doesn't have a picture of it.
Oh, what the fuck?
I don't know where the
The
picture
original
is.
the original post has been deleted from
Are you serious?
yeah.
Use the old Internet Archive or whatever.
I got you, buddy.
I'm not that good at fucking
Here,
Reddit.
try this
You're
one.
like an IT guy now. What the hell are you
Hmm,
talking
is that
about?
right?
I said I'm not that good at
Is that
Reddit.
gonna- is that
I
gonna
don't
do
deal
it?
with Reddit at work.
I'm talking about the
I don't
Internet
deal with
Archive.
Reddit at work. Open image in new tab.
Actually, I
Here.
do look at Reddit a lot.
There we go, Bob. Here you go, Akarat. That last one will work for you. Anyway, so
Oh,
this
God.
is this would be the map, right? And so
Yep.
basically, like, a part of the reason that people don't want to fight each other is because they're so far away. So if everyone was closer, I mean, it would still have, the regions would be relatively in the same place, geographically, with the exception of the Dronelands. And no, it would not make it so much easier for one group to completely blue the map, because it would be just like World War B2, where
Oh, you're saying
groups
put
would
nullsec in the
pull
middle.
up. Yeah,
I just saw Forge way the fuck out there in like where the spire would be, and no one likes to live in the spire.
Yeah, a lot of things are on the outside though, Drayden. Look all the way around.
So this was an
HiSec
idea
regions,
that it never came to fruition, correct?
I think they
thus
tested it,
far anyway.
and they didn't continue with it.
Why is
But-
Vino
I would
the
agree
same-
with Redline that I
Vino's
think
in the same spot. Why does Vino not move?
It's not in the same spot.
I mean, don't dwell
That's
on
when
that.
it-
roughly in the same
that's
spot.
when
It's
it-
just a different
Tribute
map
and
concept.
Pureblind are pretty close. I mean, a lot of those are pretty close.
I think you're
But
dwelling
they
on the wrong
could,
things.
they could keep the map, the regions the same place, but cutting out half the systems in nullsec, game changer. Immediate
Also,
game changer.
most
Of course it would.
they cut out some, and this map cuts out some of the systems in the larger regions in Null, but most of the systems that were cut were actually empty high sexes,
Timber, you won your skins back. You want
Which
me to
also-
draw another
Nice.
which also
Why
makes
did
fucking
you?
rigged.
That's funny.
Tammy, you want me to draw another name, or you want your skins back? I don't know.
I want my damn skins
Reroll.
back.
Okay, I'm gonna roll another one.
Reroll.
Oh fuck! I didn't
Ruined
roll
it.
into
Alright,
that
Space
one.
Gator
either.
one.
Space
Uh,
Gator, yeah. Woo.
I don't
Post
think
the
it was
stats
enough.
for
It would have
that,
been you too. You were right before Space Gator. It probably would have been you, Skyrock.
Right? Oh, bitch.
that Hull's in chat if you want to see it. The Succubus Marauder.
Yeah, what is a Sacrobus? It looks really cool. It looks like a crab, kind of.
Yeah, I'm trying to find the videos. There's some videos of it from the Chinese server. Looks pretty dope.
And this is in the game already, so they've just completely veered off of Tranquility's path. And
You
they're
didn't
just
say
doing it
anything about
from
the
there.
anime girl though, down below it.
I
Which
saw
chat are
that.
we
Where'd you
in?
post it? Yeah, where'd you post it?
I guess chat. Come
Oh,
on,
they
Discord
might not get it.
users.
I don't see a new ship anywhere.
The Sacrobus.
Contracts.
You
Oh,
don't
it's
see
just
the-
it's the show info window. I
You
thought
don't see
I was
the
looking through the screenshots. I'm
Sacrobus?
sorry.
Yeah, no, there's an anime waifu hologram. That's great. Is that real?
It's
Are any of us
from-
real?
What is
That's-
real?
Too much.
So it's a battleship then.
Why
Okay.
are we hiding these?
It's a
things?
Marauder.
Share them with the people.
Oh, Marauder. Yeah, there you go.
Where,
They're in
where,
the show
where is
notes.
this posted at?
They're in
There's
the
a
show
lot of
notes,
people who are not
brother.
in show notes. I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about.
Oh
the
yeah, yeah.
people.
Like there's
It's
like,
the royal we all over.
Yeah, like show notes. Only certain roles can see that. That was meant to be like a channel for, you know,
Yeah,
discussing,
exactly. It's
discussing
meant-
like show stuff without it being broadcast out to like everybody. So
Yeah, see, we put stuff in this channel so that you guys can put it on the stream. That's why. That's
Oh,
what we
you
use.
know,
this
you
Is
channel
that what
for.
this is?
You know, you guys can
'Cause
just
that's
like
not-
copy
We
and
can't
paste
put
links
stuff on the
in
stream.
the stream as well.
Or the
Yeah,
people who
exactly,
determine
because
where they
stream-
want things spread could put them in the intended channels.
Yeah, there's
Because
no
they have the same
limitations
access
on
to do that.
links on the channel.
Is LB still awake?
When you put
Yeah.
things in these kind of channels,
Wait,
it makes
but
me
I don't
think you
even
don't
see
want
it
me
in
to
show
share it.
notes. It's not in show notes.
It's guest
Mm.
show notes.
It's like it's
I
hidden
don't
Yeah,
get
away.
show
see-
notes. What are we?
Keep it secret. Keep it safe.
Oh,
like
it's
the-
above. I was looking at Redline's post. I thought it was gonna be below that. Okay, there it is.
You can below
Oh,
me.
shitty, shitty link. But there it is.
Got it.
Yeah, see, wow, look at that great link you posted in chat.
It's
That
terrible.
makes
Is that
it
shitty
so
link? I called
makes
it
it
out.
so much
Hey, that's
easier.
the first step.
And not only that, but when someone clicks that, fortunately, they will navigate away from the stream.
I don't know how to
Okay.
do anything else. What are you
I
talking
mean,
about?
it's
Don't
in a
make fun of
different
me.
tab.
What are you
Leave me
doing?
alone.
No,
Why are you
When
attacking
you,
me?
no, when you click it, it
What?
goes to a new tab.
Why are you attacking me?
Yeah, I know, away from the stream. I'm just-
Yeah, but
But then
the
after they
stream-
look at
the
it, they close it and go
the
back to the
stream is
stream.
still open, just in a different tab.
This stream will survive without that
The
person.
stream still they still hear this stream and they can easily click back to the
I
But
don't
I
think
can
so.
This
Don't
trip
feel
click
is
on
their
just us
absence.
and
Don't
our
click on
life.
it. That's it's a terrible trap. Don't do
Feel,
it.
I can
Don't
feel
touch it.
their absence when they leave. I
There's
can
no
feel
one
it.
else here except for
Oh.
us, guys.
Don't
We
touch
know
it.
this.
Just don't understand. You don't get it.
Trap. Trap.
No, Tamber, she can't, because then the stream. I mean, I could just reopen another stream.
Oh, that'll fuck everything up.
He's got the buttons. Oh yeah, is Delana still here? She was in.
Was
chat for a
Delana
bit.
here? Oh,
She,
in chat.
she
okay.
popped in. She resubbed.
Well, I was gonna say I didn't. I was
Say
thinking on the
hi, but
stream,
she just popped in.
What's up, Surf Pup?
Drake and he loves it. Yeah.
I
there
was
you
just
go.
saying.
Hi,
I
Drake.
was gonna call a shot. It was Delana's birthday this week.
That's why Delana didn't
Oh,
show
yeah,
up,
that's right.
because she knows that if she did show up, we'd sing
You're
happy
drinking?
birthday
Yeah.
to her.
Oh, I'm
No,
not
we'd
Yeah.
sing
Delana's
happy
birthday.
birthday.
Amen. Hell
Everyone
yeah.
should
You'd
drink
say
to Delana's
Yeah,
birthday.
You'd
yeah,
sing
that's
happy
right on shot
birthday.
time, Surf Pup.
Do whatever you tell
I'm
me
gonna
to
do one more giveaway. We got a couple more skins. This is the big shebang one.
Love that.
It's the
shebang,
Arcombine Arisen skins, but it's gonna be the alligator
Yo,
and
give me that alligator.
alligator and cormorant one. So
I'm still working on getting that friggin' one built that you gave me.
But hold on,
I got somebody to run me off
don't try
BPCs.
and
Now I
enter
gotta
yet.
figure out where all
don't-
that shit
don't-
comes from.
I don't have the giveaway set up yet, so you can't enter yet. The bot will tell you when you can enter. 1 second.
Bot?
Wait,
I'm ready to
Alex
manage
already-
democracy.
You bot?
democracy.
No, but none of us bot in the game. We're all.
You
we
said
don't- none of us
bot?
cheat.
Sorry,
Cool.
LB got it. LB's the only one who got it out loud.
I know what that is. That's the.
I said
thing.
out loud, Jay. I said out loud.
I
LB's the
responded.
one who
What
got
the
it
fuck
out
you talking
loud.
about?
Did you? Okay.
Okay,
But anyways,
now-
I
now-
think
now you can
I
enter
think-
for the skins.
I think that those 5 factions I mentioned, I think that they're all gonna get destroyers. But I don't
I
know
think
what the
it's not that
second
good.
thing would be. So maybe
Are
you're
they all
right,
missing another
Skyhawk.
class?
Maybe
Battlecruisers?
they're not. They're not missing another class, but maybe
no, there's
Skyhawk
no
is right,
overlap?
and they are making it harder. And that instead of being 12 images per puzzle, it's
Ah.
24 because
just
24
one
times
ship each
5 is
time.
120.
What about Vanguard?
For each. What about
Okay.
Vanguard?
Yeah, there's.
You think it's a link between the two, maybe? Yeah.
When's the test this month? We got the mining module.
Not-
coming up.
23rd or something. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
Towards the end of the month.
2 weekends from now or something.
Wait, shit! Am I gonna be in Seattle? Fuck.
Yeah, you said you were. Last time we
shit.
talked
Yeah.
about
Okay,
it.
well, I mean, I'll be able to play like a day of it. I
But
think.
it's funny actually because remember last week we were like, oh no, we're gonna be in NOLA, and then a bunch of us were like, oh wait, no, just kidding, we'll be home for it, and then you were like, wait, fuck, I'll be in Seattle.
Yeah. That's the other. If you're in the Seattle area, 2 weeks from tomorrow, we're doing a little. It's not like a big major meetup, but it's just a one evening thing. Fuck, what
So
is the
just a little
bar?
shebang.
If there's a couple of you, it's still a meetup.
It's yeah. Well, I mean, I think there's gonna be like 10 or 12 of us.
There you go.
I have a friend in Seattle. He doesn't play Eve, but I was like, hey man, I'm gonna be in Seattle down at this bar on Pike Street. You want to come hang out with a bunch of Eve nerds? He's like, fuck yeah. So he's gonna come down.
Fuck yeah, bud.
Everyone should ignore
But
my
it's
last message in Twitch chat.
something Six Arms Bar and Grill on Pike Street. We'll be there in the evening, 2 weeks from tomorrow. If
Are
you're
you
in the
going to
Pacific-
visit the
Fuck yeah.
OG Starbucks while you're down there?
Richest
no, I
friend.
don't like
What?
Starbucks. I'm not a big fan of coffee.
Guy, are you talking about
I
making
just-
a pilgrimage to a Starbucks?
I just don't even really drink coffee at all. I drink like maybe
Are
one
you
cup of
even
coffee.
human?
I drink like 1 cup of coffee every 2 or 3 months, I think.
We have
Well,
coffee
how
at
do you
home,
how do you
frankly.
how do
Drayden-
you how do
Drayden
you
is high
prevent?
on life, bro.
All right, I have a real question for you then, Drayden. How on earth do you keep the blood levels in your caffeine stream from getting too high?
Damn. He said
I
the blood
drink,
levels in your
I drink
caffeine
energy
stream.
drinks all the time, and I have like 1 million sodas a day.
Oh, perfect.
So
So
Oh, just
you're
alternate
still in the
Okay.
same
I
space.
feel
Yeah,
my.
All right, I knew
caffeine
he was
with,
keeping his caffeine stream
Yeah, it's
full
like, I feel my
somehow.
caffeine levels with potential future diabetes.
He said I'm still human.
See,
yeah,
this is
so-
see,
how
I,
I
so
haven't gotten
I-
diabetes yet is a miracle somehow.
It's because you're so tall.
used
It's
to
just
do
working
the
its
same-
way up.
So I used to do the same thing, and there was a point in my life where I just fucking hated the taste of coffee. I mean, it's what like I ran a tea shop. I didn't drink coffee. I drank tea. I have since moving on from that life trained myself to just. I don't know if I'd go so far as saying enjoy, but I drink black, unsweetened cold brew. Like that's my go to. Especially I love nitro cold brew.
If I do have coffee, it's got to have enough creamer in it that doesn't taste like coffee anymore. I do
I'm the
about,
same way, dude.
I do
I
about
drink
one
sugar creamer
I
juice.
do about it's like
Yeah.
2 parts coffee to 1 part creamer.
It's
Like I
fucking
will fill
delicious.
a cup about halfway and then fill it the rest of the way with flavored creamer, and then it's drinkable.
Oh, I don't
maybe.
go quite that hard.
Yeah, it's.
But
it's,
I hate hot
But
coffee.
mine's healthy.
I
Oh, no,
can't do hot coffee.
I only do hot coffee. I can't drink cold coffee. That's gross.
Yeah, I want the heat. That's part of the
Right.
experience.
I
But,
need
anyway,
I need
hold
to
on,
get.
We
Oh, yeah.
tangented off of Eve so hard again.
Do it. Bring us
Oh,
back.
no, I was
It's
Drayden.
the
talking about
show,
the-
man.
It was the
It's
Bring us
Seattle,
back,
yeah.
Drayden.
It was the Seattle meetup though.
Sorry.
I mean, if you're
You
in
piece
the
of
Seattle
It's coffee
area,
mecca.
or
Sorry.
you don't have to be in the Seattle area. I'm driving 300 miles to this thing, but that's like not bad.
Doxed himself.
Oh,
Um, I'm pretty sure I've doxed the
Do we have a
rough
giveaway?
area I've lived in a
I'm
million
gonna call it
times.
out
but-
every time I know.
But yeah, so I mean, I'll be out there. I mean, Seattle, Portland area. If you're in that area at all, swing on down. have some drinks,
Put a
have some
bird
fun. I'm gonna probably crash at November's pad. He's like, hey man, I live like a few blocks from where we're gonna be. You could rest your weary head on my couch. I'm like, fucking deal.
One of the
Rest
better
your
pickup
weary head
lines
on
I've
my
heard
lap.
lately.
Especially in his accent.
Yeah, no, I actually went and stayed at November's place one time. We went over there and I was like, we went over there to hang out and we got super drunk, and the plan was to get tattoos the next day, and we were just so hung over the next day we just didn't even get up out of bed till like noon, and then we just watched some Seahawks football. And I was like, all right, I'm gonna go home. He's like, all right, see ya.
Sounds like a great time.
Yeah, it was pretty fun. But yeah,
I
we
would just
didn't get
get
tattoos at all. So-
Should all
I
get-
can't bring him a monsoon, man. That's too far. All right, I'm gonna run this. Well, you know what? One more call out. Exclamation point ticket to enter in for these skins. I'll run the giveaway here in about a minute.
We all
Run the
need
jewel.
matching open comms tattoos.
I would think about that.
Yeah, I was
I
gonna
would
say maybe
not.
ponder on it.
Do you mean the,
Small-
like
I-
the
I
little
would-
skull logo?
Yeah, just small
Little
one.
skull and a
I
target.
wouldn't go like I wouldn't try to, and
No,
like
I
in
would,
a place
I
where
might consider that one.
You
that,
wouldn't
that-
get that tattooed on your forehead?
not
I'd
on my
put it like,
forehead.
I'd put it somewhere like
On the head of my dick, though, yes.
What about like your ankle or?
But I'm simply,
inside
I
your
don't have any
wrist?
tattoos, right?
Maybe
Because
like
I've never come up with something I want to put on my
behind your
body
ear?
forever. But I might
behind
fair,
your
Dom.
ear.
I feel you,
Um,
Dom. I was in no big rush for mine.
I
Like,
think-
I always was fascinated by him, but I was like, I'm not gonna try
Same.
to like
I
rush.
had
That-
nothing
same
against
for
them. I
me.
just have
Yeah,
never come
I
up with
would wanna
something
make
that
sure
I
it's
want
something I
on my
want.
body forever. But that
Yeah,
might
I
be
mean-
something I would do.
Yeah,
I
no,
got
made the
I got a
mistake
penguin
of,
in Iceland.
Oh, cool.
I made the mistake of getting a tattoo without thinking about it, and then I really didn't like it, and then I was like, I'm gonna get this covered up, and then I got it covered up, but the cover up was only halfway done, and then I realized that I didn't like the cover up either. I was like, you know what?
For
I
the
need to
long-
Now he has a
stop-
black
I need
box.
to stop and
It's a
think
stencil
about what I'm
mark.
doing before I do this shit. So I have this like giant fucked up tattoo halfway at my side. that
So
I don't
for
really
the
like
longest
anymore.
time, I've been in the same boat as Dom, where I'm okay. I got okay with the concept of getting a tattoo. I just can't come up with something that I would like. And finally, like a year or two ago, I finally just had like an epiphany and aha moment of like, oh, I would like I'd get a small one maybe like on my wrist or somewhere else, but it would be an outline of the state of Iowa because born there, where my family's all lives, et cetera, et cetera. But then colored in with the colors of the pride flag. So it would just have a double meaning to it,
That'd be
basically.
kind of cool, yeah.
I think the next one I
I
get
mean,
will
the state of
probably be
Iowa is
on-
probably the coolest state out there. I mean,
probably
obviously.
be on my
Right?
calf.
Feeds the
I think I'll get the
country.
next one on my calf because then
Well,
if I'm
feeds the
working,
cows.
it's covered with pants. But if I'm not working, if I'm wearing shorts out and about, it's there. So
Are you talking about
think-
your prison tats or which one are you talking about?
I'm saying just the next tattoo I get will probably be on the back of my calf. I think is probably where I'm going to get it.
Hell yeah.
But I don't know what it'll be. But that's probably the next spot I'm going to get a tattoo.
The Iowa one, Dom, though, I've thought about doing like right here, basically, though, and just having it be like small, like that big or something. Just small and discreet.
I wouldn't do it on my wrist right
Five
there because my luck would be they
Guttermans.
nick
So-
the fucking,
I'm gonna second that, Skyhawk. The wrist is a stretch zone, and that's what my first tattoos are on each of my wrists in that little spot, like where it would be like almost under a band of a watch.
Or
Five
like,
yeah.
gunner, yeah.
oh yeah, like
your,
I've
your
got.
wrist is your wrist is a stretch
Do it,
zone, and the skin will distort over time. Like that's
Oh,
not a
okay.
great
Yeah,
spot for
yeah.
tattoos if there's much detail to it.
That's
like
fair.
bigger, broader tattoos, perfectly fine. The more detail you want at like retaining, it's
Oh,
not a
no.
great zone.
This would literally be like like that big, just an outline, like by like that big, like an outline of the state, and then just bands of color going across.
But
as
then
the
one day
pride
it's just a
flag.
rectangle.
Fair.
Then it's just a flag.
No point taken.
I'm messing with
Just
you.
a
There's
rectangle.
nothing wrong with it. Then you're just like, yeah, I just got a flag tattoo. You'll be safe. It'll be fine. Wait, real quick though, is Iowa kind of squarish? I honestly
It
don't
is,
know.
yeah.
Okay, well then yeah, you're fine.
With a nub.
Squarish with like a
the,
nub and
the-
some
well,
rounded shit.
so
It's a
the
The
little
top-
nubs, it'll all blur.
the top and the bottom borders are straight. Then the eastern and western borders are made up by rivers, so they kind of like
Yeah,
Get a
the
little
western
squiggly.
one's like kind of angled. And
It'll-
crooked.
it'll end up as
right
a-
one's got
a
like
flag in
little-
the wind.
little nub.
yeah that nub, by the way. The joke where I'm from is that Davenport is the booger of Iowa, because it, like, we call that the nose of the state, and Davenport's hanging on at the tip of the nose like a little booger.
Goodness. You heard it here first.
We heard it here first. It's absolutely true.
Dom's been there. He can confirm Davenport is kind
Yeah.
of the booger.
Well, yeah, but it's not the asshole.
You're right.
You got that?
What is the asshole of Iowa?
Dubuque.
I was oh, you mean dog puke?
Rough.
And then with Council Bluffs being
We're
a
getting some
very
local
close second,
slurs, guys.
I thought
Firsthand.
Sioux City was pretty shit.
it just smells bad. It's not actually the asshole.
Well, have you been up to Clinton, Iowa?
Yes.
Up by the fucking rendering plant there?
Okay, Clinton's pretty fucking terrible
It
too.
smells like dead.
Dead.
This is all rough. I don't like the turn this to.
I can talk bad about it.
I just want to say, I got my first tattoos at like 20. So like a lot of the people in let's say various age groups were like, yeah, 18, run off and get a tattoo. Thought about it for a while. I will say the tattoo that I ended up getting was somewhat spontaneous, but like I pondered on things for a while and like didn't just rush out and get anything. I got lyrics on my wrists that meant something to me and still means something to me, but very reasonably sized, maybe a little bit thicker than like a watch band, and like a little bit of a fun font. And
Cool.
whatever, it was fine. It was pretty simple tattoos. Over the years, they've gone pretty blurry and like, it's smallish and in a font of sorts. And when I've shown or discussed it with other tattoo related people and or tattoo artists, they were like, they let you do that? And I was like, yeah, what are you talking about? And they were like, that's a stretch zone, and like that doesn't hold up. Like they should have told you that wasn't gonna hold up right. Like, like if you want that, that's fine. Let's just like get it somewhere that you're not gonna sit there and like with no thought process, because it's just how you use your body. You're gonna abuse that zone with just your body's elasticity and stuff.
Makes sense, yeah. It's like when people put
Like
shit on their
anything with-
elbow, they don't do detail shit. They do a spider web, whatever.
Yeah, right, exactly. Well, and same thing with like, I remember years ago I saw like a music video with someone had a palm tattoo, and I was like, oh, that's kind of interesting. And I asked somebody about it, and they were like, yeah, those like palm tattoos are not something common, because like, you know how much wear your fucking like the underside of your hands go through? Like none of that stuff ever lasts like what it started out as. In the same way that like, a lot of other places with just that are wear zones and abuse zones, like tattoos have some very, like, you can tattoo all over your body, like be a canvas if you choose to. Perfectly cool, whatever, make your choices. There are some places that are way strategically better than others on your body to put tattoos. That's all I'm saying.
And that's fair. That like
Between your toes.
reasonably makes sense.
Between your toes. That sounds awful.
Yeah, it does
Please
sound
Hey,
don't
Drayden,
do
does this
that.
give away the ones I
That
sent you?
sounds like you're sticking heroin in you, like just
Yeah, no, that's pretty
fucking
awful.
needle torture.
Drayden,
Yeah, don't do that.
is this give away the ones I sent you?
Yeah,
Okay,
these
I won't join
are
it. I won't join it.
a handful of skins in the 1DQ, but you
You
can
can-
access the
yeah,
you can
remotely.
activate them remotely. So
I'm actually gonna fly out and say, Dominic said I had to come pick this up. If you shoot me, it's blue fucking based on a
And
temporary
he
agreement.
will be pissed.
It's a temporary blue agreement to retrieve the skin I won from a member of Imperium in good standing.
Yeah, that
And
might be
there's
pushing it.
there's gonna be grievances.
I absolutely think
I'm
you should
trying
do
to
that.
start the next
Ask
war.
LB how that went.
I'm trying to start the next war. And it's gonna
Is
start
that-
out with me coming to collect a skin from 1DQ.
I think we need to do a wellness check on LB.
yeah,
What happened,
How
Dom?
are you doing?
I'm tired. What happened, Dom?
Well, you were sucking
Would
that
you
NyQuil.
ask me to give you like passage through our space?
Oh yeah, that didn't work out.
Oh
Wait,
shit! And you guys already
did
had
you
a
actually think that was gonna
relationship,
work?
right?
Yeah.
Y'all had
You
a
were
brief
known.
relationship, though, right? Like standings wise, maybe.
He said I was known and I was not allowed to have.
You got chased.
Yeah, I got blowed up.
Is this
Yeah,
post like the Esoteria thing?
I was like,
where
did
you
Dom
guys
Yeah.
were
like,
trying to-
hey,
Yeah, it was
posted,
post that.
General
y'all blue
Imperium,
for
so like,
me?
hey everybody, this
No,
is
at the
my
time
body
he
coming
wasn't,
through.
yeah.
Do not shoot this neutral coming through at this system at this time. And they all showed up there.
Yeah, I got a bad habit of doing that. Sorry. Cagden is a friend of mine in real life, and we're in corp together. He's come on here before. one time. He was coming out to join me on a roam in Losec, and he shows up in a stupid ship. So I was like, some guy reported him. I was like, oh yeah, get that guy, get him. It's like, don't be dumb. I'm not gonna
What's a
tell you
stupid
people I know
ship?
you.
The
He was
Lions
like
ship?
in a fuck. I don't remember what it was. It was no, what was he?
Ship?
Fuck, what was he in?
He was at the Iowa City after Thanksgiving meetup, not
was
last year,
there,
but
yeah,
the year before,
Bl-
right?
Blackbird, like, but not fit with guns or something. I don't remember. It was something
Oh.
dumb.
No,
Dom,
no,
are you
no,
saying you're
kill
not
him.
gonna shield me into your space to get this skin?
Oh yeah, come on in.
Why not? put
I'm
guns
not sure
on
how I
Black
feel
Widow?
about this right now. I feel like you were just saying the exact opposite that you report. That
I wouldn't do that to you.
he said, "Not you, baby. You're special.
not
Just
you,
do
baby.
a shuttle hacker. They'll
Just the
never catch
tip,
you.
baby.
Never you."
You can never catch a
Never
shuttle.
you, yeah.
Bring a fascia. Bring a leopard. They'll never catch you.
Illegal leopard.
I got one in Amar you can have. I'll let you fly it out there.
Deal.
All right.
There you go. You're good to go. Not a Blackbird. What's the tech? Is it Blackbird the T1 ship?
Falcon. Yeah,
Falcon
T1
is
is
the
Blackbird. It was a
T1,
Blackbird.
or
it,
the
was, it was a
Rook.
shit fit Blackbird. I was like, and I sucked.
Yeah,
I
Blackbird's a
like,
T1.
yeah.
The Rook is the combat.
So you
one
had
that
your
no one
buddy
flies.
killed.
I did. Yeah. I told all the other faction warfare, get that guy. We don't want him with us. Kill him.
I don't know how to feel about that.
I'm gonna
Yeah, he
run.
deserved it. Don't
this
come in a dumb
giveaway
ship.
soon if you want
Make
a
me look
sorted skin. What are these
That
skins?
makes me
Hold on.
look bad. He said he was.
Let's
Oh, wait, he's like, I know Dom.
reputation.
I know Dom. He's invited me out there. He's like, I don't know this guy. Get him out of here.
Vexor Navy issue. So Vexor Navy Empyrean Dragons. That's a cool one. Stork Zento Isideko.
I'm just imagining like a secretary like patching him and be like, "You're getting a call from so and so," and you're like, "Nah, it's a fucking solicitor. Get rid of him."
Get rid of him. Yeah. He says you invited him.
He's
here?
not in
Nah,
right now.
I've never heard of him.
See temper.
Good night, buddy. Thanks for the skins.
Later,
Nah, buddy, be safe.
Yeah,
Tanner.
I was surprised. Yeah, leopards. It was funny when I was looking at all my stuff. I was just flying around the leopard because I'm like, they're faster, right? And I didn't realize that. I'm lucky I didn't get killed.
Very lucky. They're expensive too, aren't they?
I was just. It wasn't even just because I was like, oh, fucking shuttles are. What do you call it? Like nullified now? I was
Yeah,
like,
they're
fuck,
nullified.
I was
Yeah.
flying this leopard in low sec, null sec, high sec. I was just flying it all over the place, back and forth. Somehow didn't die.
But
yeah, I
then
think they're
what
like-
they are
they're like
not though is
200
immune to smart bombs.
Yeah,
That's right,
They're
that's
not.
right.
That's how you kill them is smart bombs on a gate.
So wait.
Um,
Sorry, go ahead.
but I think they're like what, like 200 and something million now a piece.
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, like
That's insane.
5-8 years ago, something like that. It was a hot minute ago, and I'm talking probably.
That's when they
8
gave them
plus.
all out to everyone. That's why I had one.
So I had no idea where I got them, but I like on my market alt or something one day. I was like, "Oh, okay, cool," and it warps fast. Sure, and this was way before the changes where like back then, inties
they
used to
weren't
be
in
shuttles.
nullified, so people didn't really use them. that much.
Exactly. Interceptors used to be the old shuttles
Yeah.
in that respect.
Yeah.
But it was quick on the warp and whatever. Whenever I was on my trade alt, I was going to pick up either some salvage or a skill book or something, whatever. Nothing.
They weren't
And
that
so
valuable
I-
because everyone had them back then.
They were still kind of valuable at the time. But
They
either
were
way,
valuable compared to a shuttle. But I mean, like
it was.
so
I
many
think
people
they've
had
been
them.
at
They
like
weren't.
200-ish
They
million for a
weren't
few
that.
years now.
Well, they weren't that scarce.
this
They were
was,
like
like I said,
200. When I was
5+
most surprised,
years
it was like
ago.
250. I guess now they're 300 to 350, but it was like
Back
270
then,
million.
and like I said, I feel like it was at least 5+ years ago. They were 200+ million back then, I think too.
Oh, were
But either
they?
way, yes,
Oh,
I think
could
so.
have swore
I
they
think
were
so,
like
yeah.
5 to 10 million. a
Long
piece or
story
something.
short, though, I didn't know what the fuck it was, and I was flying it, and I probably hit autopilot or whatever, doing shit on my trade. I'll just go back to Jita, whatever, and then I died.
Yeah.
And I messaged somebody, the
the
guy
phrase
afterwards, and I was
was
like, "What the fuck was that for?" Like, and he was like, "You were in a leopard," and I was like, "What is that? Like, what do you mean? Like, what does that mean? What's the deal with leopards?" He was like, "I'm trying to make sure there's less in the game because I'm heavily invested in them," and I was like.
Makes mine more valuable.
I was like, oh shit, like what was this thing? And then I
He's
started
doing the
looking into
long
it.
con.
Yeah, I was like, oh wow, like I was in a legitimate target because it's a limited ship and the guy was thinning out the herd, and I was like, okay, that's
Yeah.
pretty fair.
Well,
Did he
it's
tell you to look at your lost mail? That's why.
No, he was just like he explained to me because I had no idea. I was just like leopard, cool, named shuttle. I just didn't put a lot of thought towards it. I didn't know where exactly I got it. It was on my market alt because it's where I redeem a lot of shit because that alt lives in Jita, right? And if I'm not going to use it, it's great to be near Jita. I don't sell a lot of stuff. I collect like shit they give us, but like that was the thing. It just went in my can of like, here's the stuff, and it was a shuttle. I didn't think anything of it.
Romeo.
And then when the guy killed me, I was like, "You killed me in a
Rom-
shuttle?"
Romano?
Like questioning it, and he was like, "Yeah, it was a leopard." And I was like, "What? Like, what's the big deal with that?" And he was like, "They're really expensive, and like I'm long on leopards. Like, I'm invested in
long
leopards.
on
I want to
leopards.
see less in the game, and I was like, oh shit, that's like not a regular shuttle. Okay, well, okay, cool.
That's funny.
I get it. Like I wasn't thrilled about it, but I was like, that makes total sense.
I'm going to be bailing out here in a couple minutes, but before I go, I did want to see, at least amongst the cast members here. So I know some of you saw the new Wonka movie. Has
Wait, real
anyone-
quick. Listeners, do not listen to this. This was for cast members only. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, anyone in the audience is welcome to come too.
Oh shit.
Um,
Okay. Well, I guess.
Is anyone though interested on Sunday evening watching the new Wonka movie with me?
Oh, possibly.
Wonka? Like the Johnny Depp
like
one?
on the
No,
open
it's
con-
No,
Timothy
the-
Chalamet.
Timothy Chalamet.
I don't know anybody else in there though. That's
seen
like
it.
how
It was
weird
good.
it
I
is. I
liked it.
just saw that. I saw like a movie poster. With
I've
Timothy
got a good download for it already that I pulled for myself, and I was going to watch it this weekend. But I would totally host a movie night Sunday night. I'd probably do it earlier than the show typically starts, since it's a Sunday night.
on
But
open comms.
yeah, I would do it here in our Discord.
Okay.
fair
Rome,
enough. Maybe
Rome, you want the skins? I whispered you, so you can give me your
this
email,
guy.
so I can get you the
The
skins.
guy's a fucking fraud.
contracted.
Trade.
I
354
figure we
minutes
figure we close it down soon because LB's like
Dying.
dead to the world. He's dying.
I'm not dead yet.
I'm not. Bring out your dead. I'm not dead yet.
You know why you're not dead yet though,
You
LB?
can just
think
pull
I'll go
you
for a
just
walk.
pull a red line and just go to bed, and we got this.
LB though,
That's
real
true.
quick. Do you know why you're not dead yet?
Why not?
You didn't get banned because of us.
Because you got a good salt of the earth woman who brought you that little shot glass of Robitussin or whatever.
Yeah, she's a good girl.
Great gal.
But before I go, I'd like to call a shot. And I'm calling a shot because fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah, shots. All right, Rome, the skins are sent. Like I said, they're in 1DQ, so you probably won't be able to go pick them up because I see that you are blue to me, which means you are not blue to them.
They're not blue to me, yeah.
That
But
you know
you
of.
can,
But
you
you
can
can-
remote
yeah.
activate them, or you can fly close enough to the system and just remote sell them. I don't know.
Yeah, don't you have to have docking
have-
rights
you have
to
to
be
have-
There's a
use them
skill.
bullshit?
No, you don't have to have docu rights. You just have to have a skill that lets you remote sell orders.
No.
That's
not true.
no. So
Try
market access and whether or not you can
Oh,
sell
no.
things, whether you can sell things on the market is based on ACLs. There's a docking section on the structure profile, and there's also a market section. If you're not allowed to sell in the market, you cannot list it in that.
What
Correct.
about
But
contracts?
you can
said?
contract,
you
I
can
You
think.
can set up a remote
Contracts you
contract.
can
Okay.
do. Yes.
So
contracts.
Oh, it doesn't matter because like I got spies. I can pick them up.
Yeah.
That's right.
Oh, yeah, you can remote inject them anyway. Doesn't
Oh,
matter. Yeah.
get wrecked, goons.
Does anybody have an? You talking about
Anyways,
the leopard? Does anybody have an
I'm-
Interbus shuttle?
I'm gonna head to
Got it.
bed.
know if I
Probably 7:30, 8 p.m. Eastern time Sunday night is gonna be Wonka movie night. So,
All right, sounds good.
anyways, cheers,
poke
guys.
me.
Have a good
All
night.
right, see you guys.
safe,
All right,
buddy.
we're out for the night.
Later, bud.
We'll catch you all next week. Thanks for hanging out. And
We're all
We're
done?
gonna be- I don't know. It seemed like Drayden was like
I'm
using
not
the
figuring.
word
I mean,
LB, I
like,
guess.
well, LB.
Well, he's only been here for 45 minutes, bud. What the hell?
Well, no, I've been here for an hour. and a
Have
half,
you seen
but-
LB? LB
but
looks
I
like
know,
he
LB's
has
hosting
something
the
to
stream,
say.
and LB
He's
looks
got one
really
eye
good.
Fine.
shut. And he's
I'm hitting my second wind.
Okay.
Oh, there we
wait,
go.
are you?
Hell yeah.
No, I'm not. It's over.
I didn't take my shot. I'll do a shot now, and then yeah. I mean, like
I
LB
think we should-
looks ready for bed.
I think we should do a drink to LB's wellness.
I gotta decide what
I
I want to
agree.
eat.
And
I
release
got
him
like a
from his
lasagna I can put in the
punishment.
oven. I got some leftover chicken and rice shit. I got a fucking spicy
What are you
chicken
rubbing
noodle
things
soup.
in? What the hell's wrong?
Spicy. Oh no, spicy chicken noodle soup because that's great in your stomach after
It's just
shot.
like the chunky Campbell's spicy chicken noodle soup, but
Oh, Drayden already just shut. Okay, good.
Alright.
oh well, you guys called a shot earlier. I didn't take it. I poured it and didn't drink
I
it.
drank
so
my little. I'm not gonna make another drink since.
I want to make sure I did it because I ain't no bitch.
That's right.
All right. All right. So
LB, we
everyone-
hope you feel better,
bye.
buddy.
Me too.
Feel
Thanks,
better.
guys.
I know how
Appreciate
it
it.
goes.
See you guys.
Be
Later,
safe,
guys.
man.
I'll hit the button.
Oh yeah, wait, are we gonna raid? Stupid.
I think it's
do
alt.
Oh, we can
alt
raid.
and like
Oh,
F4, I think.
Just going in.
I
Steve.
can do it. Hold on.
So what's going to happen here is Derek is going to undock the Titan and bridge us.
I would have never seen this other crazy Canadian Shad Squatch if not for LB raiding him one time. I was like, what a nice kid. Same thing with
It's
LB
slash
platforms.
I mean, I think
what's
I
his
can
name?
do it too,
Imminent
but
a lot,
it's slash raid.
Seems like a nice kid.
I can just do it. Who do you want to raid?
We got
I
choices.
don't know.
Who's this Rampage
Ghosty.
You.
Chat
Thanks
Squad?
for
I'm
thanks for
sorry. I'm
entertaining
sorry.
my fun little conversation about power blocks. That was fun.
Yeah, it was fun.
Do
It was
you
a
want
good
to
one.
raid Ghosty?
Redline, you're always a fun type. You didn't even talk about soup salad and breadsticks tonight, and
I was a little disappointed.
I was trying to think of how to put it in. We were
I
talking
had
about
a way.
something.
I had a
I'm
way
sorry,
too.
Ghosty.
I almost
said,
tried it.
You said something was disappointing, and I tried to say, you know, it's never disappointing. I said it
Oh, that
3
would've been
times, but you
good.
wouldn't shut up. So
That'll
couldn't say
happen.
it.
I apologize, but well,
Don't
I really,
apologize.
don't, I
I do
really
it all the
don't.
time,
I'm
too.
sorry.
I
not
do the
gonna
same thing,
apologize,
so
but-
don't apologize.
Yeah, now that I think about it, but that would have been a great opportunity, and I wish I would have been.
It was, yeah. I tried 3 times, but
I believe you.
Probably not, Rome, but maybe.
What are you
But
gonna
they
do?
can still hear us. Oh yeah, because we're trying to raid. We're trying to raid.
We're
yeah.
just-
I just made the
we're
raid.
just-
I was.
Look, we're just hashing it out, guys. We're talking about soup salad and breadsticks. Like this is
But
the
look,
stuff.
Sorry, Ryan. We're just
Oh, you can still hear Redline. I don't think the audio got cut off.
no,
because
of
we're
course
still
not.
on. Because
No, you can't cut my audio.
Here's the thing: will you
I'm-
guys still
I'm
love us
recording
if we
it.
keep up a blank screen and we just talk amongst ourselves? Because I think that's healthy and beautiful.
Yeah.
Would
Like,
you
this
love
is
us
ju-
if we
this
put
is
we would
just
say
some-
some
bubbles
really
in our
stupid
nose?
shit. Yeah.
This is just some friends talking and just chewing the
that's,
fat.
That's just what Friday is.
We're
That's
just
what-
chewing the
I'm-
fat.
we can turn it back on. I'm fine.
I'm
I'm not
just
going
gonna
anywhere.
click the right now. We're gonna go to Ghosty Gaming, and we'll catch you guys next week.
There you go, Romeo. Next time.
See
join us.
you.
Y'all all be safe.
Don't tell me what to do.
Raids in.
I'm sorry about that.